it's Friday.
And thank God we are here with you fine people. TGIF, everybody. Welcome to Have No Sphere, right here on the Iron Realm Media YouTube channel. My name is Josh Corey, and we have one of my favorite shows of all time. That being, I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know what we're going to do. We'll probably have the call lines open, so if you're so inclined, stand by with the dialing fingers at the ready. We will throw that number up as soon as we get things rolling on. But beyond that, I don't know what's going to happen. So let's just say hello to everybody else, starting with ladies first, of course, because I don't get a chance to speak nearly enough with this woman. Mrs. Cami Nodell. Cami, how's your week been? How's your life going? How's everything? I caught her by surprise. She wasn't expecting me to go to her first.
Not really, just having technical difficulties with the microphone. I was ready too. I was watching and already. That's how my week has been going. It's been catching up on me. It's been hurry up and wait and giddy go, one step at a time. You all know how it goes. You know, do a whole bunch of stuff and then take a few steps backwards. But overall, it's good. This morning I started with elation. We have a new flat earther. For those that don't know about it, Jaron and Missa Campanella had a little flat earther this morning named Maverick, a little baby boy. Mother and baby are healthy, and my mind is on it and the miracle of life. How's everybody else doing?
That's awesome. So far, so good. It's been, it's been a week. Definitely been a week. Let's say
I know
hello
you had
to.
your disappointment with the house, and it was a heartbreak.
Yeah, to the point that it's knocked my entire webcam off kilter as well. Everything's just been snowballing this week, it seems like. Every day is a new adventure, we'll say. That's what I like to see now. Now it's a full MF in house. This is a good Friday. An excellent Friday. Well, while he gets sorted, we'll go to the someone else I've not had a chance to speak nearly enough with is the Adam Meakin, who just decided to sleep right through the pre-show like we just don't rate on any sort of importance whatsoever. He'll just come breezing in on Friday to talk about whatever, just on Adam time.
To be fair, yeah, there are rules, as I remember about that. But I was busy watching Forest lose, and then after that, I was, and maybe he'll vouch for it. He's in chat now. I was chatting with Dr. John D. Hence my tardiness. I apologise. Yeah, good evening, everyone.
No, it's all right. I wish I played more hooky than I do. But you were missed. But we do appreciate you for showing up in chat.
It's a busy time, mate. Flat Earth aside, there's a lot of other stuff going off. And, there's a global pandemic going off, mate. So I'm rushed off my feet.
I keep hearing people talk about that. It's interesting.
Yeah, apparently.
Interesting.
But, yeah. Weird times, but yeah, I'm blaming John D. It's his fault. Bending my head.
All right, well, we'll just blame Dr. John D then.
Yeah.
It's all your fault. Yeah. Let's say hello to Mr. John Savage, because we've not spoken to him yet today. Oh, look, I've turned it all the way down.
Savage!
There we go. That's what I wanted.
Evening, Josh. Hello, everyone. Yeah, I'm a bit Space Cadet tonight. Was feeling a bit weird earlier on. Got a gland in my throat just swelled up. I can't even speak at the moment, but yeah, congrats to Jaron and Missa. That's fantastic news, really good, and glad everything went okay. I'm sure there's a story behind it all, but look forward to hearing that. But yeah, nice to be on. I will try and stay focused. And yeah, looking forward to the show. We do indeed have a full house, don't we? Hey.
We do. So let's head on over and speak to the man who is rarely here, but always in the foremost of our hearts. Rob. How do you call yourself these days, Rob? What are you going by?
Rob.
Just Rob. Monosyllabic. I like it. Rob.
Yep. Yep. Rob. Good morning, everybody, except John.
Happy Saturday, Rob. It is Saturday where you are, right?
Yep. Sure is. About 8:30 or something. Yeah, 8:15. Yep. Lovely morning in the part of Australia where you can do shit.
Well, at least there's a few of those left.
Yeah, Victoria, it's a basket case. Unbelievable. The politicians just down there do what they want. It's just unbelievable. It's China. That's what it is. It's just unbelievable. They're doing whatever they like. They're not answering questions to anybody. The Prime Minister's not doing anything about it. He's just letting it go. Yep. It's unbelievable.
They just opened the border though, Rob, didn't they?
They've opened some borders, not the Queensland and New South Wales border. They've opened some borders. They've opened an ACT. You're allowed to fly from ACT to Queensland because you can go over the top of New South Wales. You don't have to go shit. It's just ridiculous. I think South Australia opened up to New South Wales, but yeah, you can do you can do a little bit more this week than what you could do last week. And you got to thank the government for that. They're so good. They've been so good through this whole crisis. It's been wonderful.
Until next week.
Wonderful job. Yeah. Oh well. Here I am.
Here you are. We're glad you popped in. I'm excited to have a full house. Everybody's here. The gang's all here. And that's how I like it. Shout out to DITRH in chat. And shout out to Zachary Zabala, or Good Times for All, here on YouTube. One of my cohorts over there on the Ironworks on Truth Frequency Radio every Tuesday and Friday morning, 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. Central. Zach, how are you doing, sir?
Hey, Josh. Hey, everybody. How's everybody doing out there in YouTube land? Not too bad. Kind of a dreary day, raining. Didn't get a whole lot done. Hung up some more Air Force One. So Bob has got all the monitors up now. He might be able to squeeze one or two more on a wall somewhere, maybe. But I don't know if he's going to go that far. Yeah,
Don't
he says
give
he,
him any
he
more
doesn't see
ideas.
it.
No more.
So yeah, just I'm ready for Flytoberfest. I'm excited.
A projector, you could turn the entire ceiling into a screen.
Nice. I was looking at microscopes today, and there's one that does a projector thing. It's not a USB. You can't hook it up to but you can project it on a wall or on a screen somewhere, something like that.
Yeah, I bet you that resolution's shit.
Yeah, pretty poor. Yeah.
All right, well, I think we've made it to
Hey,
one
Zach?
last person.
Oops.
Oh, no, go ahead, Gimme.
I was just going to say, Zach, with the Flattoberfest, I can make you more excited. I just learned of our newest speaker.
Who?
It's a secret until it's announced, but we'll
Oh, well, we
keep
can't
it here
say it
among
right
friends.
now.
Well, sure. We're going to tell our little family group here.
As good of a secret here as anywhere.
Yeah.
No one's listening, so who cares?
Mike Williams, Sage of Quay, Flattoberfest. Come
nice.
see him, yeah.
That is awesome.
Isn't that incredible?
I've missed a whole lot of Mike Williams. I need to go back and catch up. What the hell's he been up to? I wonder.
Well, we can ask him in person. It's very exciting. I just saw the acceptance. Karen's, snuck it to me really quick. So very cool.
Awesome.
Okay, sorry with the introductions. Keep going.
No, I think we're down to the last one. The third and final cohort over on the Ironworks on Truth Frequency Radio every Tuesday and Friday from 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. Central. Mr. Walter Johnson, also known as Flat Earth Head on the tubes as well. Walt, how's your week been, sir?
Hello, everybody. Glad to have the family here. Glad to have the family there in chat. Nice group. Glad to see you all here. Definite congrats to Jaron and Missa and Maverick. I love it. That is just astounding. And yeah, that's going to be a powerhouse little dude there. I can't wait. Exciting week for sure. Great show this morning. We had a fourth cohort. Our buddy Alan popped in, helped us out there towards the end. So thank you all. This morning was good. Again, amazing group of folks here. A lot of stuff to cover. I have a video that I want to show in a little while. Not yet because I got to dig it up and break my computer. I'm probably going to just send it to somebody else to present. But I noticed Martin is here. I was going to shoot him an email or something and let him know about this. But since he's in chat, he'll just get to see it. Could be something that he's seen already, but I had not seen it in all my digging around for possible mud flood ideas. Anyway, we'll get to it later. Enough yapping. You guys hear me talk all the time. I'm going to shut up and say, hey.
All right. Well, sweet. Well, since we don't really know what the hell's going on, we'll just get going. Yeah.
So how much did Maverick weigh? That's all I want to know.
Let me go back into the chat. I believe it was 8 pounds 9 ounces from memory, but a beautiful, beautiful size.
33 pounds.
No. Illuminati confirmed. Let me peek really quick and confirm that. You guys keep going while I bring it up.
9 pounds 11 ounces.
3.3 kilos.
9 pound 11 ounces.
Americans use kilos.
We don't care.
You
Do they?
Then who's going to keep up with Liberia and Ghana?
How much did you lot weigh when you were born?
I think it was like 8 pounds.
We can't leave Liberia and Ghana in the dust. We don't want them to become some sort of first world, second world countries now, do we? We got to keep them up to date, keep them prime and, with the U.S. because
I think I was about 7 pounds, John, but I was about 4 pounds of cock and balls, I think.
Ooh, Maverick was a little bit bigger. He was 8 pounds 15 ounces, so just shy of 9 pounds, and 21.5 inches long.
That's a big boy.
Seriously? I was 10.5 pounds.
You're huge, Savage.
Did your mother like you or no? Did she hold it against you?
Yeah, I think so. Every day.
Yeah.
She got the not the cut.
And I was long too, apparently. Not in your sense.
4 pounds of cock and balls, we get it.
Yeah, not in Rob's sense. We've all seen pictures of Rob. We know what he's talking about.
Yeah, and in the chat we are pointing out that Miss is tiny, very, very tiny. For those who have not met Missa, she's adorable. I don't think she weighs 100 pounds soaking wet.
Yeah, I doubt it.
Just watch a snake eating a rat and then play it in reverse. Probably a little bit like that.
Poor thing. Well, she's done now with that part.
And they're at home.
That's awesome.
Now it's just another 25 years of taking care of it. Another little tiny human.
Yeah, we were just discussing with our son, not till 25, but till 18. I think, it's brought up the discussion, how many days till your 18th birthday and you're out of here? No, just kidding. I'm with him right now, and that is a total joke, but yeah.
You're never going to let him go, Cammy.
Bob's got a monitor just for the countdown.
He's ankle tagged just like Zach is. You ain't leaving now, misery.
That is somewhat true. I'm not looking forward to life without them in the house, or at this point it's nice. It's a nice stage.
There's a reason why I'm insulating the battle bus. So my two can move out, or I can move out and drive away somewhere off a tall cliff at this rate.
Can I just check, Savage? Cammy, is there a defined legal ejection point where you can legally do so?
Yeah.
At 18,
few
you can
years to
legally do
wait,
so. Yeah, at 18 you can legally eject, but not before then.
Oh,
Before then you can do it. It's just, again, you have to do some extra steps. So
And we all know that legal doesn't matter, so it's what's lawful. 13, I reckon.
took a second there, John. Sorry.
So that's all we got then.
That's it.
that was it. Good show.
Everybody have a great rest of your weekend. We will see you right back here next week for another exciting auto.
There must have been something going on, guys and girls. Sorry, Cammy. Must have been something going on during the week. Isn't there an asteroid? There's an asteroid heading towards Earth at the moment, isn't there?
Oh, there's always an asteroid headed towards Earth.
Oh, but this one's real.
Yeah, they're all real.
You don't listen to Ironworks much, do you, Rob?
Isn't it going to hit the day of the election? I think that's what they were saying.
It's going to hit Trump, apparently. Wherever
Wherever
he
he
is,
is.
it's going to hit him.
Change direction.
Did you see what I sent you before, Josh and Walt, about that Biden? He said, "Shut up and clap, you shut up and clap, you bastards," or something. He said to these American soldiers, "Shut up and clap." I don't know how long that was ago, but yeah, no, he told it. He said something, and no one clapped. And he told them to shut up and clap.
Yeah, that was a little bit old, but yeah, that is a classic.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
that's a good one. That's a good one. Biden, he wouldn't even be able to get those words out anymore.
It'd take him a few minutes, but I think he could.
But honestly, what is the feel over there? Who's going to win it?
I don't know. COVID, the government, the
These
federal
people
government.
are acting crazy over
The federal
signs in the
government.
yard.
Ask
Have you
Microsoft.
seen any of that, Rob?
Yeah. I
People
saw the guy-
electrocuting
I
their
saw the guy
signs
with
and
the
putting
machete.
razor blades on them.
I saw the guy with the machete jump out of his car and walk over, and he hacked this sign up with a machete. That was mad as fucking wheels they are. Oh well.
Yeah, one guy
Americans.
electrocuted his sign, and then some guy came up and peed on it, and it got him good.
Oh, keep going, Zach. Keep going.
Well,
Which
you know
one?
electricity, Zach, so it wouldn't have been you.
Yeah, no way.
His sign of
What do you
what?
mean keep going?
What sign?
Trump sign. Trump Pence 2020.
Okay.
Like a political sign in the guy's front yard. People kept stealing them. I guess it's like a game over here now. Steal the Trump sign.
Did he put?
So people are electrocuting them, putting kind of like your wired fence that you have to keep your animals in, your electric fence.
Yeah.
One of
Is
those.
there a YouTube that shows you how to do that?
I'm
Oh.
sure. Yeah, actually, yes, there is. He actually showed how he did it.
Can you do it with a car battery, or does it have to be? Well, you could do the
Actually,
mains.
It's right in. Mm-hmm.
Sweet.
Josh, I'd like to get your take on this. Trump keeps saying he's got vaccines, he's going to buy all these vaccines, and he's going to get the army in to do it. What's your, but people still are for him, you see, but he keeps blurting out these statements like that. And to me, that's unbelievable that,
Follow the plan,
What-
Rob.
You're not trusting the plan, Rob. That's your issue. You're just not trusting the plan. Mass vaccinations apparently seem to be part of the plan. Just trust. Trust.
I don't see one Q supporter
Me either.
saying anything when he says shit like that. You know what I mean? Q, fuck me dead.
Because it's part of the plan.
See, my take on that, Rob, is the same answer to your previous question. Was who do we think's going to win? The same people that win every election.
Okay,
Rob.
yeah.
The
Who
federal
do you think?
government.
Who do you think are they going to let win? Who? Okay,
The federal
I'll put
government.
I'll put it differently.
The federal government will win.
Who do you think will be in office in in November. Well, when they put him back in again. Who do you think?
I don't know. I mean, it's completely arbitrary as far as I'm concerned.
I'm taking a guess, and that's all it is. I have no finger on any
It's
pulse.
a huge
politically at
deal,
all.
but it's a huge deal because the sheep out there, if Trump gets in, are they going to destroy the city worse? What,
The
I was gonna
what,
say, are they
liberal
gonna
one.
destroy it?
what's going to happen? What's
Pretty
going to
much
happen?
working on
Because it's
destroying
not
it right
arbitrary.
fucking
It's not
now.
arbitrary because
Yeah. The federal government wins regardless of who it is. It doesn't matter
Exactly.
who.
It doesn't
who's
matter
in
who they
office.
put in that fucking office. They've
okay,
turned
if
the whole
Biden
country
wins,
into a fucking bunch
if-
of mindless sheep.
if-
I've been watching videos all afternoon of just idiocy going on in the state my family lives in, and thinking about how, like, when I went there 10 years ago, it was a fucking different place, and then that was allowed to happen, like you were talking about in your own country, Rob, allowed to happen by the people in charge, because the governor there let this shit go on. Let the Antifa take over Saturday Market and the whole downtown, and step by step by step, she became part of the plan, or was part of the plan, or whatever the fuck, because they're all part of the plan. And for the people in that state who were enlightened people, it seemed, to let this all go down and become the mind fucked sheep they've become, dude, there's no hope. Turn off the TV. That's the only hope, is turn off the fucking TV. Sorry, and Walt ran. Oh, afternoon one. Woo.
if Biden gets in, are the riots going to stop?
No,
Or are they going to get worse? If Trump gets in, are the riots going to stop?
No, of course not.
They'll get worse, won't they?
Everything's going to get worse while people keep voting in a corrupt system.
That's right. So you see how no matter what happens, the outcome's going to be the same.
Yeah, they
The
created
only way
it.
is to stop
Arbitrary.
playing the fucking game, and that's it. As long as they don't understand that we outnumber the evil fucks considerably and just keep playing their mind game, then it don't matter who's there.
Right. They created that the false dichotomy to get everybody a bad and good. That the Biden people will be angry if Trump wins. The Trump people will be angry if Biden wins. They all concentrate their stuff there instead of what's really going on. It's all a distraction game. It's crap.
There's also quite a large possibility that Pelosi could end up leading
I always thought
America.
Hillary was going to. I always thought Biden was just going to be so ridiculous and couldn't hold two words together that they'd get Hillary in. That's what I thought.
It's hard to believe that we consider the best of the best in this country Creepy Joe or Trump. I mean,
Creepy Trump. Right.
Creepy Trump or Creepy Joe, they're both creepy.
Sniffy Joe, that's what I like to call him. Sniffy Joe.
Sniffy Joe.
Do you guys know the scenario that puts Pelosi in power?
No.
Being the Speaker of the House. I'm asking the
I think
Americans.
she's
The
number,
dead
she's number
president
3
and
in
the
charge.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
third. Yeah, third on the list. Take them both out.
Simpsons predicted Trump would be dead, I think, this year or something. In one of their shows, they had him in a coffin. I think it was. Yeah. Did you know that?
The Illuminati game also, I think, showed him off.
Yeah, that's one of their taking out a leader.
Taking out a leader on, yeah. So yeah, in Colton, in media, he has been taken out. So that's also something to watch for. It's again to me a distraction to keep us busy from what's really going on.
Just turn off your TV.
I had a flat earther the other day. I followed this guy. I followed this guy for years. He's a flat earther, and I posted something against Biden just because Biden's, he's a puppet, obviously, but and he started calling me a Trump tard. I said, "Can you go back through my feed and pull up anything that I've done pro-Trump, please?" Oh, fucking idiots!
Sounds really woke.
Well, yeah, if you don't like Biden, then you have to like Trump, then, right? That's your outcome.
That's right. Yeah.
And if you
Don't
don't
get me wrong.
vote,
If anyone's out there thinking that I'm pro-Trump, I'm not pro anybody. I'm not pro anybody. But
and if you don't vote, you can't complain.
yeah, I'm not going to vote for either of those guys.
I saw another Australian flat earther, Rob.
Yeah, there is a few of us, Zach. There's a few of us.
It's not in the north. They need to be.
Oh, there's another guy. Oh no, I don't think he's a flat earther. He was a for COVID guy. He followed me the other day. He's from the same city as what I am, but he didn't want to chat to me, so I sent him I sent him a message, DM, and he didn't want to talk to me. So he followed me, but didn't want to talk to me.
His name's Bill. Do you know a guy named Bill? You might know this guy.
Bill in Australia, Rob?
Yeah, Bill in
Nah.
Australia.
No?
No, don't know a Bill.
No.
Okay,
No.
you don't know him. Man.
Ask around.
Aussie Bill. Everyone knows him. Come on, Rob.
All right.
You know the guy with the mullet.
There is only 5 of us. There is only 5 of us who live here.
He's got a ute.
So it's either me or the next door neighbour, isn't it?
He's got a Kelpie dog, a ute, and a mullet. You know the guy.
I bought a new ute. 1992 Mitsubishi.
Good
It
grief.
is a beauty.
28 years old.
Yes, $1,500 I bought it for. It's a beauty, John. You'd love it.
I thought you
Just
just
drive me to work.
bought yourself a spangly new one a couple of years
yeah,
ago.
that's gonna sit in my garage. This is
Okay.
my fishing car. This is me fishing and driving to work car.
This is your
Oh,
mullet
it's a
car.
So we're clear. You
Yeah,
bought a
yeah.
car just to sit in the garage.
I'm gonna.
You got a garage. Might as well buy a car to put in there.
You got a can of spray on rust.
Yep.
Nice.
To put a flannel on. I'm gonna put a flannel on. I'm gonna grow a mullet.
Fill the back with 4X.
Are you gonna
See,
tear
I'll
the
look-
sleeves
I'll look
off the
a-
flannel all the way up?
I'll look a lot like Josh in no time. Real friggin' hillbilly.
It'll take many years of abuse of your body to look like me. I'm just saying.
I do like
Shit doesn't happen overnight.
I do like the goatee you got going there too, Josh.
You like that?
Yeah.
Don't worry, Rob. You'll be able to grow one soon.
I will never be able to grow one of those, John.
As
Never.
soon as your 4 pounds of cock and balls
Never.
drops, you'll be going right along.
When God gives them one place, he takes away in another, Rob. You should know that now.
If he's gonna keep being nasty to me, I'll leave.
You started it.
Hey Adam, let's talk sports.
God,
What's
fill
going
the
on,
air
sports
with something
ball?
at least.
No, because we lost again, Rob. So I don't do sports anymore.
We're not doing sports right now.
And you lost the cricket to us as well.
Yeah, I got bored of that.
Oh God, are they still playing that?
Yeah, I can't believe they play in front of nobody.
Do they
money-
wear masks?
How much money? The cricketers, no. I'll tell you a funny story about. Like we got a new stadium built here a few years ago, and no one's allowed to go to it. You know, we've got the footy still on, but no one's allowed to go to it. When they were building it, you know, we've been talking about these sort of times for years and years and years. And as they were building it, I'm thinking, surely they're not building that. The people who are building that wouldn't be building it if they thought, you know, any of this shit was going to go on. You know, the rich people, you know.
Look at New Orleans.
But here we are. They built a brand new stadium and one game. You know, got one game and then it's been empty.
It's not a stadium,
Yeah.
Rob.
Yeah.
I hate to sound like savage. I saw something this week, and it was in American soccer. And it's interesting with the COVID stuff that they've managed to get the bread and circus back up and running. I say there are no people in the stadiums, but the first attempt of what is quite a large majority of the brainwashing in the masses, which is the taking the knee, which just seems to have gone out from one single bloke to be the most important thing anybody could ever possibly do. The first attempt with even a 1/3 crowd sparsely dissipated, it was constant booing, and yeah, hats off to those people in the crowd.
My mum asked me if I was going to take the knee on the phone. I accidentally picked up the phone to her the other day, and
When do you do sport?
I didn't know what she was talking about. I mean, she said, "Are you going to take the knee?" I said, "Am I fuck? What does that even mean? I don't even know." But what does it mean?
Well, that's probably a question you're better off directing at the people that take a knee.
Well, here's how it started with this
point.
guy named Colin Kaepernick. I guess he was being outraged at all this social injustice, and he was going to, I forget what it was. He was going to He's going to do something to show that he did not support the government and their systemic racism and treatment of black people. And it didn't really get a whole lot of press, and I guess it was making some people mad. So he talked to one of his buddies, an ex-football player who was in the military, who was former special forces, and was asking him, how can I show my disapproval without being disrespectful? And the guy says, well, here's what I would do if I were you, is I would just take a knee. So that was meant to be the most respectful way for the military and for the government workers to, still respect them, but show his disdain for the systemic racism, whatever was going on there. But once he started it, then everybody took it as super disrespectful to the military and super disrespectful to the police and super disrespectful to anybody that liked to lick boots. And so it turned into a whole thing to the point where, he still could play football, but nobody will hire him. But now the entire NFL has taken up his mantle, and they're taking knees and selling ad space on jerseys for dead victims or dead cops or just people in general, I guess. I don't know. It's a whole thing now. It's laughable. So it's silly sports ball.
It's sort of symbolic. It's like throwing the Sieg Heil salute, or Nazi salute, or this is why I've never done that flat earth thingy with your hand, because it's these symbols, these hand gestures or whatever turn into political footballs to the point where you get killed for wearing a hat that says 4 letters on it.
What 4 letters?
The AB?
MAGA.
No, there goes our channel.
Well, it was FC UK, but
fornication under consent of the king.
Now, see, there was a ruling here in the States by the Supreme Court that it is a perfectly allowable word. In fact, the phrase "fuck the draft" is perfectly allowable to be uttered in court. I think somebody tried to say that. I think somebody was wearing a shirt, I think, that said "fuck the draft."
The police are always
bent out of shape.
The police are always swearing in court. They love reading back transcripts of what you said, where they're going, "Fuck you, motherfucker! You can't do this to me." They absolutely love it. I'm speaking for a friend, obviously.
You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. I will swear every chance I get.
Well, people get all bent out of shape about the word cunt, but that's in Shakespeare. So, go do your research, cunt.
Jonathan.
I know it was used in the jewelry industry by the jewelers as a measurement device, meaning that if you needed to take like a size down, the smallest amount was referred to as an RCH, which was a red cunt hair. So customers would say, "What does RCH mean?" And the salespeople would be, that's a good question.
I can't remember which Shakespeare book it was in, but it's definitely, it might be Midsummer's Night's Dream or something, I don't know. I'm sure Chat will know which Shakespeare book.
Please, John, let's talk more Shakespeare.
Oh no, let's please talk some more sport, please. Oh, some sport.
Cunt's a beautiful word, though, isn't it? It is proper old English.
Only when you say it, Adam.
Well, it does have space. From my understanding, it's the only term that is all-encompassing of the downstairs female genitalia. It is fully descriptive of everything and all-encompassing. It's not.
Well, Beth Martin says the etymology of cunt means divine female. So there you go.
But it's more interesting. It's so emotive.
Shout
John.
out to Beth in
Big
chat.
shout out to
I need
Beth
to get
Martin.
over to chat. I haven't.
Hey, Beth.
What's up?
Hi there, honey. Missing you.
No doubt.
Wait.
Haven't seen her in a minute.
I was saying, John, I do think
And
it's,
then we all
it's
dive into
interesting.
chat and
Oh,
shut the show down.
Everybody goes to, yeah, I'm going to the computer for chat and that. We have quite at our house, we have, Karen B is over here and we are taking apart her big old iMac to get the hard drive in. And if anybody familiar with the all-in-one, you have to pull out the front of the screen and that. So we have the fun stuff going on here and getting distracted on the little operation. But pretty soon, Karen B is going to have all of her files back. How cool is that?
That's really cool. I wasn't aware she had lost files.
Well, she didn't lose them. They were just when her computer died, they were stuck there and not accessible. So it's like knowing that they're there, but in order to get to them, it's not easy. So we're pulling and going to copy it and get her all set up.
Good. Nothing more frustrating than going to try to run a program only to find out it has been mysteriously deleted. That shit'll piss you right off.
Every time. Every time.
Go ahead,
You
Adam.
know, it sounds perfectly right on board with their freaking history that the etymology of cunt would be divine feminine, and that they would have taken it and turned it into what they've turned it into. Hello, they.
Upside down, back to front.
Yeah, yeah.
And like I say, the negative connotation that society ascribes to it is a very, very powerful word. It is fully feminine. Yeah, it's forbidden. Look at the response most women are programmed to have when they hear it. It's the word I can't use that in front of the ladies.
You moist cunt.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone's watching. I don't know if anyone else is watching The Boys. I'm a huge comic book fan, so I've been watching it pretty much since it started. But your boy Butcher has pretty much reclaimed that word for you guys. Shout out Carl Urban, you cunt.
That's more down south, that is. You can't, you fucking can't.
And none of you.
Shut up, you
say
stupid
it properly
bird.
anyway.
I'll bollocks you.
The Aussies say it the best. And I'm not saying it because I don't like
Do it, Rob.
Do it, Rob. Do it.
Here it goes.
Yep.
Pussy.
Oh, God. Oh, please.
Robert.
Does anybody remember? Everybody here is too young, but does anybody remember the big deal with Johnny Carson's show? He had Zsa Zsa Gabor on his show, and she had a cat on her lap.
Yes, I do.
Oh yes. And she asked if he wanted to pet her pussy, and he said to move the damn cat, and he'd love to. That was actually a big deal, and I think he did get in a little bit of trouble for that one, but just a little flashback on how long this conversation's been going on, and that was a long time ago.
We're old.
I was a little,
We're
I think I was a
old.
little girl when that happened. We are old. I'm older than you even. We are old.
I don't know if you listened to the show this morning, but Empire turned 30 years old. That album. I played Silent Lucidity for you this morning.
Oh, wow.
I cut it a little early, but we did play some.
Yeah, just a snippet. But yeah, when I read that, I was like, oh my God, 30 years ago? Are you kidding? I can still remember those concerts vividly.
There's not a single concert I remember vividly for what it's worth.
Well, you just have to have the right chemical help.
What was your first concert, Walt?
Willie Nelson. And I actually
Nice.
got to meet him when I went around back to the bus because the guy told me I was trying to get the guy up to get something signed because I was like 12. I didn't know. And he's like, man, go around back. He always hangs out with the crowd. So I left like before the last song was over when he dropped the flag. I knew that was the last song. So I headed out. I told my parents and my family that was there, I'm like, I'm going to get his autograph. They're like, you're crazy. I'm like, okay. So I went and met him, shook his hand, used my pen to sign everybody else's shit. It was amazing. It was awesome. A great start to my concert career.
Which album? What tour?
You know, it was like 80, whatever album that would have been. It was way beyond the albums I had kept up with growing up. So
was it country or was it still kind of easy listening? He didn't like dive into country. He
Oh
was,
no, in concert it's all about the jam. Dude, he throws down on trigger and it's more I mean, yeah, he slowed it down for Blue Eyes and things like that, but and Redheaded Stranger and there were the but no, he's all about jamming.
yeah, because I thought Redheaded Stranger might have been early 80s.
It's like mid to late 70s. I'm pretty
I
sure.
guess I say that and I'm picturing the movie, not the album. So that's probably
Yeah, no, that was a movie. Yeah, because I can remember my mom listening to that album endlessly in the trailer in Mendenhall.
That's how I did it too. I just put that motherfucker on repeat and listen to that album.
Yeah, I've got it
over and over. Don't cross him. Don't boss him. He's wild in his heart.
She is. Don't do that.
He's riding and hiding his pain.
Thank you. Keep going. Yeah, just wait. I love you guys.
Not even in a bucket could I carry a tune.
Oh, honey, you're doing well. My mother, she told me at a young age, even in church, honey, don't sing out loud, mouth the words. God will appreciate it. So.
Well, don't fight him. Don't spite him. Just wait till tomorrow. Maybe he'll ride on again.
Yep. All-time favorite. Again, I burned that album out.
You know, I was just listening to a whole bunch of outlaw country today at work. It's not often I go down that rabbit hole. Usually it's Dirty Heads or something, so I can just nod my head and jam out at work. But for some reason, I got in the mood for some outlaw country, some Waylon Jennings and
Charlie Daniels.
Charlie Daniels was in there. Yeah. A real good playlist. I had
Johnny Cash, the whole group of them. You know, I used to do that. I'd stay outside of it and for the whole year go without the country. But every time around Christmas, because I worked in the jewelry industry and you don't sleep and you don't do anything around Christmas time, stress is very high. I'd turn my office into a country twang, and it was so out of place with the Christmas festivities. It worked for me. But yeah, every Christmas time I would go into total twang country. I'm a cowgirl mode. Just again, just to keep your sanity and be a little bit different than what's going on all around you.
Oh yes, definitely Merle Haggard as well. I see in chat. Lots of Merle Haggard.
Lots of Merle Haggard, yes.
Big fan of Merle Haggard back in the day. Matter of fact, I modeled most of my early 20s after I Think I'll Just Stay Here and Drink. So.
What?
I was a huge Gordon Lightfoot fan. Crossing over a little bit into away from country, but still a lot of the same feel and a lot of the crossover.
Sorry, now I'm stuck in chat.
Yeah, I did country when I was younger, middle school. Like the country that was like happening right at that time was like Garth Brooks had just came out. I was already listening to Charlie Daniels and stuff like that. My uncles had gotten me onto that kind of stuff. And then I went to rap.
There you go. That was a left turn.
I was the same way. If I was in the car with my parents, it was going to be country music all day long. But as soon as I got home, it was Beastie Boys. And it was rap music. I had a little mixtape, Wrap It Up. Just had a compilation, different artists. And I was wrapping it up at 11, 12 years old. Joeski Love and all kinds of classic rappers back in the day. But yep, in Alabama, if I was in the car, a lot of Tammy Wynette, a lot of Reba Judds. God, my mom used to play the shit out of the Judds. And how in the hell did we get stuck on this? What the fuck kind of show is this?
Just ramble. You said it.
48 people watching, and we're talking about this.
Hey, in chat, they're all telling us about their concerts. I see you rethink that Kiss concert. That's what's up. And then moving on to Pantera. That's what I would do. I would be going crazy in the truck with my dad, just playing the country till I couldn't handle it no more. And then I'd go in and crank up Kiss or Alice Cooper or something. And then Diva dated herself a bit. Her first concert was Glenn Campbell on the Rhinestone Cowboy Tour.
Oh, isn't that fabulous? I used to have not Glenn Campbell, but I had his girlfriend at the time, Tanya Tucker's, all of her stuff. And again, she started putting out music when she was 14, but Delta Dawn and
Yep.
all the different Tanya Tucker specials. So
Delta
I
Dawn.
good
used to know
times.
all the parts of harmony for that song, Delta Dawn. We would sing it quite often in the car.
I'm trying to remember that I had like a favorite Tanya Tucker. Oh, Will You Lay With Me in a Field of Stone? I don't know if anybody, but that was like one of those I played over and over again.
I liked her
taking you way
version.
back.
I preferred David Allan Coe. I liked his version a little bit better. So that's the
I
one
didn't even know anybody else did it. I was listening to it in the 70s. I didn't know anybody else came out with it.
Nope, I searched and listened to it today in my
You
case.
listened to that song today?
Would you lay with me in a
That's
field of stone?
awesome.
That is awesome. That is remarkable.
Man, they got some good concerts going on in the chat. Dave Hinkle saw Pink Floyd, Billingtano saw Korn. Are you ready? Anyway, Elton John, Shipmoth saw them. Lana saw Megadeth.
My first one was Ringo Starr and his all-star band. Randy Bachman, John Entwistle from The Who.
That is nice. Oh,
Billy Preston was playing piano. It was pretty awesome. Yeah, it was cool.
I just watched like the first
saw
or
Pearl
second
Jam the
Saturday
next
Night
night.
Live with Billy Preston. That's nuts, just like yesterday.
Now, I've seen Hard, I've seen Rolling Stones, I've seen Fleetwood Mac, I've
the
seen
Stones.
so many of the big artists. I still think one of the best shows, and Pink Floyd, even Michael Jackson. I still enjoyed George Thorogood and the Destroyers put on such fun concerts. I mean,
That was like my band's like theme
yeah.
song in high school was Bad to the Bone. That was
Bad
like
to the Bone. It was just
song.
a fun. Yeah, but going to a concert and just having a blast. I don't think that could be beat. Savoy Brown also did a fun concert. That was a band that I liked going to concerts, but I didn't like listening to their music. So that was an interesting, like just putting on and listening. It was not the same as going and dancing and the energy and that was around. They played the music halls.
Now, I never saw Ted Nugent, but I heard that guy put on a crazy show.
He put on a really good show. I did see
Come
Ted
out
Nugent.
riding a white buffalo and shooting flaming arrows and all kinds of crazy stuff.
I need something for you.
Michael Jackson put on it. I remember when he did
I
his
wish I
Thriller
could've seen
tour.
Michael Jackson.
Oops, my son is showing me where he's bleeding. I'll be right back.
Wild blood on the show.
It's just a little bit of blood. He needs a little
The more
band-aid.
blood, the better. Haven't you been watching the blood?
Okay.
Tanya
he needs-
Tucker, Blood Red and Going Down.
So I can't find the book that Shakespeare says the word cunt. But
Oh wait, it was.
He's still looking for it.
Quoted in chat for you earlier, John.
well, no, I think it's the 12th night, but I've just
Let me go
searched
find it.
through
I
a
saw
12th
it.
night.
Damn it, that was way back.
Yeah, it said, "Does that compare me to a cunt or something?" But that's not
Oh, you did
really
say
the quote. It's
That's not it.
does
Oh,
thou
well,
compare me
sorry,
to
I
a
was
summer night? I
trying to
think.
help you out.
yeah.
No, I'm not one.
But did anyone see the? I don't even know if it's recent, but the appearance of the Pope in the window. You seen that?
Nope.
That happened about a year ago too, John.
Okay.
Exactly the same thing. Exactly the same thing.
Let me play it.
Is that a recent one, is it?
I don't know, because as usual, you've hardly got any information on it.
Is this like Jesus and the Toast? What are you talking about?
Yeah,
I was wondering too.
No, I don't trust that.
Okay.
Like a foggy window and
Here we go.
the likeness of the Pope appeared.
No. See what you think.
Right back here, something. Did you see that little black thing come up?
There's no sound,
You're
is
gonna
there?
be a saint now.
Should I put sound on or not?
So he's a
And
hologram.
then watch. Oh, crap.
Hold on. Look.
Gives us
Look.
blessing, and
Cheese him crazy.
Zip.
he's gone.
Wow!
Really
Holy
got
crap!
behind
Yeah,
there.
but
Yeah, that
the
exact same
Steps
thing.
up
That
the
exact
second
same
one.
thing happened about a year ago.
the
it
deep fake
says-
stuff
His
Yeah, it
blessing.
looks very, very similar.
Says COVID-19, so it must be
Right.
recent.
and pandemic. Yeah,
Vatican
but yeah,
City.
The deep fake stuff has gotten so
Turns around
crazy
to
right
go.
now,
But look at
and not just the electronics. People, I don't know if you're into makeup,
I'm gonna go
special
one
effects, anything like that.
frame at a time
Just
here.
mask technology at
hand
this
out the
point is
window.
beyond insanity. Somebody could be walking down the street right next to you with a mask that you wouldn't even know they were a totally different
Slowly
person on.
moves
Oh, wait, let me
away.
find the video I just saw a couple days ago.
He's got it in slow-mo. It just
You see
disappears.
that? He walks up to the window. Look right back here. Something. You
Now,
see
what
that
he's
little black
looking at,
thing
I don't
come
know
up?
if anybody has seen the
Then
latest
watch.
news coming out on Fauci, but Fauci has announced that
Busing and
even after the vaccine comes
feet
out,
where they have
it will not
line
mean that the
there.
masks are going away.
Steps up
That
a
we will
second
still
one,
need to mask up after the vaccines.
and then he gives
Oh
his
no, it's even
blessing.
better than that. Apparently, it's mutated now to be able
Gives his
to avoid
blessing,
social distancing and hand washing.
And he turns around.
Say
to
that
go.
again.
It's mutated now. It's worked its way around social
Let go
distancing and hand
one
washing.
frame at a time.
Uh-oh.
Lets his hand out the
Uh-oh.
window.
Sorry, I just lose
So,
my
so,
mind. I
so
have to
what
stay
will we
6
do? I
a.m.
mean,
this
that's,
year.
Slowly moves away.
and yet the vaccine will protect against the mutated things,
see
even though
that?
none of the other, I mean, the flu
He walks
vaccine, when
up to
you
the
get
window.
it and they say it doesn't work, they say because, oh, they put the wrong strain in, and every year you find out that it doesn't work because of the strain, and yet they expect their vaccine to work and give you immunity, but if you get the disease, you don't get the immunity. They are so anti what medicine has, says it should work, that it's again getting absurd. It's got to be catching everybody about now. I can't believe that anybody is falling for it.
Yeah, privately I agree, but looking at the world, almost everyone's falling for it. It's getting worse too.
I don't know if they're falling for it or if they're just going along with it.
Don't underestimate how lazy thinkers most people are. They don't even have to like it. They just have to get used to it. And they'll just get used to not liking it, and that'll be good enough.
Anything for an easy life. And the bus driver that threatened my children that they wouldn't be able to get a bus to school unless they wore a mask.
Well, speaking of masks, are you seeing my screen, everybody? Have you got me presented, Josh?
Yes, I do.
It's going to probably blow up. It did. As soon as
Now
I
it's
hit
not
play.
anymore.
No, as soon as I hit play, it broke. I was afraid of that. I'll just send you the link. Fuck.
All right. Yeah, just drop it to me. I'll play it. I can do it.
Is anybody else getting sports
wait, are
ball
you seeing it now?
notifications
It's
from
back.
Google on their phone?
It came back. Are y'all seeing my screen again?
No.
Are we getting what kind of notifications?
Getting all kinds of sports ball notifications. Like, hey, guess what? The Padres are playing at the Giants here, and the game starts soon.
You
I
got a
have
new
not
phone.
watched.
You got a new phone.
I have not watched any sports since 2011. Like none. Not one pitch of the Cubs World Series. Nothing. Nada.
Just turn off notifications.
Zach, maybe right now you might want to watch the guys take the knee. Just important stuff.
Are you going to shoot me that link, Walter?
As soon as I get it.
All right.
So how are things going on in England? I'm seeing a lot of people protesting over there. Is it COVID protest or is it Antifa Black Lives Matter protest?
I think no. The Black Lives Matter kind of street marching died a while ago. What you're seeing at the moment is an amalgamation of different causes, like what's going to go off in Liverpool. Got a strong contingent with regards
All right,
to
it's the second one,
children.
Josh. Sorry, Adam.
Got
it. Sorry. Yeah, you've got like a strong Save the Children, and they're all over there in London as well. I think there are COVID marches, which is led by Piers Corbyn, the guy you saw me screen on when I turned up at Liverpool. There's lots and lots. The good thing is there are lots and lots of separate protests, and Riley was talking about it on Roxanne's channel. There's nothing wrong with being protesters. It kind of gives us some rights. The thing we're fighting at the moment that they're doing is these regulations guys, there's laws that kind of give some overreaching control over us. And I think what we're seeing at the moment in the UK, this is a kind of testing of whose law's correct. You know, are our rights to gather and assemble and protest negated by this COVID, or are they overreaching it? The police response will probably give us the answer. Realistically, there's a lot of brave people going out in London, and I know in Liverpool, I think there's something going off as well.
So I've seen these, Walter. These are nutty. Oh, no sound.
That is creepy as fuck. What the hell am I looking at?
It's a fucking mask, dude. That's how real mask technology has gotten these days.
I was just looking at that. I was just looking at that. That'll help the pedos. Well,
right? You're sick, fuck.
They'll be straight on to buying those masks.
Here, sweetie, just put this on. Think nothing of it.
Not without the mask.
Call out the gimp.
Honey, can we use the mask tonight? That's sick as fuck, isn't it?
You'd have to put one on.
That's mesmerizing. It's just completely wrong.
Yeah,
I mean, that just it's disturbing. It's really, really, really disturbing.
And those masks will get better and better and better.
Yeah.
With quality, you know what I mean? They'll get better and better and better.
Good enough for them to be able to like eat a banana.
Oh God.
Where did that come from?
Adam's eating a banana. He's eating something. I don't think it's a
banana.
banana.
Bar, but it
there you go. I smelled. Smell.
Hey, before we lose the plot completely, and if Martin's even still in chat, that video I sent to you like way back, I meant to tell you to play it, and then we all got sidetracked. So many things, not just one thing, many things, me included. But yeah, this is now the video that I'm sharing is an old video, so it's probably been seen. But the video, damn it. Okay, so the video, it starts with some bullshit because I've seen what the beginning of the video shows before, and it's not what they say it is. So that really kind of aggravated me. But as the video continued, what I was looking at was some of this stuff going on with the fires in Oregon. And that's why this video even, I guess, came up into my suggested feed, because it dealt with the fires from last year, or maybe even 2 years ago. But anyway, in that footage, which is where I gave it to you on the time mark there, Josh, in this video, when they show this, whatever the hell that's going on with the ground, it's pretty freaking nuts. And I know we talked about, you know, earthquakes can do this liquefaction, but watch this. Yeah, no, the beginning is not, where I had it marked is where I want to
play.
Yeah.
Didn't realize I backed it up.
That's cool. Right there. It's good.
Enormous. Did you see what it said?
Yeah, well, that first part,
Tesla coil.
Yeah, the first part, like I said, they either were trying to get views or edited it to make it look like it was something it wasn't. But yeah, but this, what they're showing here, is legit as far as the footage of these firemen. Or it's as legit as I can say it is. I wasn't there, but the footage is crazy, because I saw some footage this week of current fire stuff going on under the ground, which.
Jamie from A Plain Truth has been putting out some really good videos on Paradise Fire recently.
Yeah, I think I've watched a few of those. I've been all over. Like I said, my family's out there. They were okay, you know, when things were coming from the west, and then all the 200 plus lightning strikes hit, which doesn't even happen in Oregon. It's really bad footage, but in a minute they're going to show a close-up of the ground as it's like literally boiling, but it's not. There's no liquid. The ground is dry. This is just some kind of reaction occurring from fire, from some kind of energy weapon, because that's what the video is supposedly about, is energy weapons. But like I said, it starts out with And it's really hard to see. Oops. Wow.
Yeah, I doubt the firemen would be sitting here recording it like this if it wasn't something that they
Crazy.
don't see.
Like
Yeah.
the boiling dust. What the hell's that about? And then, like I said, what caught my attention was fires going on underground in the areas where the fire has been put out. Like, and not just recently, early on, the early fires that got put out. They're going back in and finding these underground fires, which I know is a thing and does happen, but not, I don't know, not like that, not boiling dust. What the fuck is that?
Now, strangely enough, Bob was showing me a video earlier today. It's funny how things are crossing over so neatly with this, but he was showing me a video on liquefaction, and it was a guy that was sitting on top of like quicksand. They made a quicksand pit, and they showed that if they ran air and bubbles up through it, so it looked like it was boiling, it all of a sudden it liquefied it.
Liquefies it, yeah.
It totally liquefied and made it into just a soup.
Like
I mean, literally a soup. Like you
can
could swim around.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, it's nuts to watch. Yep.
Crazy to watch. So when you see that, that's very reminiscent of what they were
See,
showing.
that's what I thought too. Here, the same
air
thing. That same frequency is what I was thinking, but now that you're saying the air, that too, yeah.
Yeah, but they can be, I think they are hitting it with frequencies and that to cause like a boiling, that type of a hitting the resonance on it, where you create that type of a boiling action and you can liquefy.
So now add that to all of the crazy shit that's going on in the sky, because I watch Mr. BBB 333 a lot. I see a lot of crazy sky phenomena of late. Really out there lightning, circular lightning, not ball lightning, circular lightning. What the frick is that? Crazy stuff.
I never heard no circular lightning.
Yeah, I just watched that yesterday, I think. Let me see if I can find it. I'm having trouble with my history. I don't know what's going on. I noticed.
Yeah, Cammy had that video earlier in Denver of lightning in the sky. You could see bolts taking place, but no thunder at all. And this was like right over her head. It wasn't off in the distance.
Personal video. I had a storm right on top of me going crazy. And there was not a sound.
Going on, right, just
not a sound.
And I had the same about a year ago. It went on for half an hour at least. The whole sky was lit up, and it was just lightning above the clouds and no sound whatsoever. And I've never seen that before other than a year ago. Don't know what that means, but that's personal observation.
That's exactly what mine was. It just felt so surreal being out there in it. And it's like I had to take some pictures of it. And again, I did a video, and you can hear a car driving, you can hear the regular sounds in the background. You're in the midst of this. I'm outside, and there is not even a whisper of the storm.
Did you record your Savage?
No, I didn't.
Should we trust him, Rob? What do you think?
Don't trust me. Like I said, it's personal observation.
Wasn't that like back in July or so for you, Cammy?
It would have had to be.
It was live on our show.
We were in Denver. It was live. I showed it live on the show.
Well, the reason
oh my God!
It was either June or July. We were back in Denver. I was in my front yard there, and so that's pretty easy. It couldn't have been, it couldn't have been August. So it had to be June or July.
Well, the reason I'm saying this is because I think when you told us about it, I had just had an experience coming home from Lafayette after some fireworks had died down really late at night, like midnight, and saw craziness in the sky that it looked just like it was flashing completely, like I thought fireworks at first, and then I realized it was something happening behind a particular set of clouds. It was silhouetting the clouds in the sky, actually. So yeah, and then you showed that video, and it was the same thing. No thunder, no storming.
Go back. Hold on 1 second. Go back on that video that you just played. That was my building and people I worked with.
Oh my God.
That's nice.
No, I just saw my build right here. Stop. That was university. That was Myrick, the weird watchmaker. Go back.
That's crazy.
Hold on. This is where I worked for 30 years.
That's crazy.
It's right there. That was my building. That's a university building. I worked with, or I didn't work with him. He's a watchmaker on the 10th floor. I was on the 3rd floor. But that's the 16th and Champa. That was my building, my home for over 30 years. I don't know what you're showing, but that was, I worked in that building for 35 years. And I was like, wait, that's Myrick.
That's crazy.
Did you ever meet the Babyhead family?
Right?
No, I never met the Babyhead family, but and it had been that's crazy, but I would have been, oh, that's crazy.
Dude had a big hyperflesh tattoo on his back.
Well, the Iron
Wow,
Maiden.
that was, I'm sorry, that was just crazy. That was
Yeah,
nuts.
that's crazy that it was the same place.
You see that in Australia down there, Rob? A lot of
No.
baby heads walking around.
Nah.
Hasn't caught on yet down there.
Get used to it.
Here come.
Walter White. That's good stuff.
Bin Laden.
No doubt, it looks just like it.
Just Terminator Bin Laden. Love it.
We'll
Want
do-
an Andre the Giant one.
We'll do a little bit of advertising here. That strange-looking gentleman in the picture, his name is Leroy Myrick, and he's actually a genius as a watchmaker. He can fix things that nobody else can, and he lives in his own little time world, but he's like one of those super genius, strange people that you just gotta love.
How do you know this?
How do I know this? Because I knew him for over 30 years. He worked on watches. I was in,
The guy in the
Again.
video that we're
Yeah.
looking at now.
yeah,
Not now.
Yeah.
But the guy that was standing in front of the building.
in front of the building right there in that video.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll got you.
That guy.
Get freakier and freakier.
That guy.
The guy with the blue and white shirt. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Strange little watchmaker. Leroy Myrick, University building. He's at,
Know him. That's just.
yeah, I know him. And that building is at 16th and Champa in Denver. Again, I went to work there for over 35 years. Bizarre.
Do you think this counts as going in blackface? Is it okay to wear?
I don't know. Can I
Another
wear a Mike
racist
Tyson mask? I don't know.
I don't know either.
I wouldn't
Surely
do it
if
just
you
'cause I might run into him.
surely if you wear one of these masks, you still have to wear a government issue blue nappy mask as well. Because everyone's just going to come up and go, "Where's your mask?"
That's when you just get creepy. Right? Don't say anything. Just cock your head a couple times.
Just
No,
pull
you
your
start talking to him, but your mouth doesn't move at all.
just pull your face off. And go, "Is this good enough?"
I'm sorry, I have a medical condition. What's your medical condition?
I'm two-faced. Screwed up, man. Liz said she saw lightning without sound as well. She can back me up, and she's in Scotland as far as I know.
I'd take Liz's word for it. I don't know about you.
Don't
Yeah,
take my
Savage.
word for it.
Savage, I want video. Liz, for sure, honey.
Can't trust an AI. You know how it goes.
Never take my word for it.
Now I'm going to take us off topic again, but I was reading the news earlier and I got a chuckle because there's a court case, and the court case is this ex-Playboy bunny sued Tucker Carlson for defamation of character because what she was doing in collecting money, he called it what is it? Not bribery, but a blackmail. He called it somewhat, like he said, it was a different form of blackmail, and she took him to court for defamation, and the court ruled that he's not a legitimate news source. And so it's
Oh.
not definition. So it was an interesting ruling on it that he won the court case, but he won the court case by being deemed not a credible news source. So it wasn't defamation, it was just an opinion. Sorry, just a bizarre.
Did they name any credible news sources?
Right.
They didn't name other ones or that, but they she was suing Fox News and Tucker Carlson, and the judge deemed it Fox News not a reliable news source and dismissed the
Well, yeah, I
case.
mean, technically they're all like Fox News entertainment.
They all are. Exactly. They're entertainment stations now. It's not like it used to be.
I could see maybe a newspaper being a reputable news source.
What about CNNT? Are they Sorry, I couldn't help it. I had to.
Yeah, I think all those get away with not having to be credible because they throw entertainment behind it.
They
So
all are
it doesn't
entertainment.
have to be the truth. It's entertainment. We told you that in the title, but they won't say it out loud. Oh, that's funny. Not credible news sources in a court of law.
It would
Now,
be an interesting way to win a case. It's like, oh,
where did you hear this?
it was in today's news. Just it came in the news, the news feeds on it, along with the having to still wear a face mask, and even when they have the vaccine and the other fun stuff that I peek at and don't usually dwell too much into, but those ones caught my eye. Am I the only one that peeks at the news?
You are.
No, she's
I
not.
do every day. I trying to find stuff for the show. I'm giving you crap, Cammy.
I just saw the
don't sit
crane fly
and let
overhead.
it plow into my brain on a 24-hour basis like I watch other people in life do, and just what are
Hey,
you
John,
getting out of that?
I was just thinking. I finally got my mother to start thinking the way I do towards the news, and it's all because of what's been going on with politics and with Victoria. She can obviously see corruption going on and bullshit news and the bullshit fake numbers and deaths, and she can finally see it. I can now have a normal conversation about the bullshit what's going on, and we're not fighting as much.
Awesome, man.
Yeah.
Truly,
I was thinking about that this morning when she was ringing up about about a few things. Yeah, but she stopped watching the news. She stopped listening to the BBC at night, which she was listening to the BBC because she doesn't sleep.
That's amazing.
She was listening to the
Wow,
she was listening to the BBC.
steps.
Yeah.
That's a bigger victory than you
And
realise.
her blood pressure. She suffers blood pressure, and her blood pressure has gone down in the last few weeks, and she stopped. Yeah,
amazing how that can work.
Her blood pressure used to get to 200, and she used to ring me. Because she's not afraid of dying. She go, Rob, my blood pressure's just at 210. Just call me in the morning. If I don't answer, come around. see if yeah.
Oh, I like your mom.
I said, I said, yeah, whatever, Mum. All right, then she rings up in the morning. But yeah, since she stopped listening to the news, her blood pressure's. Well, she's also on blood pressure tablets, but they weren't helping. But in the last couple of weeks, she stopped watching the news and her blood pressure has gone down.
Well, I was on blood pressure tablets in London, and I was told that I was on them for life, and I threw them in the bin when I left London, and quite frankly, I don't know if it worked or not, because I haven't taken my blood pressure since, so I don't really know or care what it's at. But yeah, no, that's a result with your mum. I mean, I was on the phone to my mum earlier the week, and she is scared shitless about seeing my kids because she's in her 80s and it'll be my kids that kill her, and I'm just like, yeah, whatever.
I think she's finally seeing the stuff that I was saying 6 and 7 months ago, that it was all bullshit. She's finally come to realise that I was right.
My God.
And I wasn't bullshitting, you know. Yeah, well, one of the chief health advisor for Victoria came out and said, yes, even if you're in palliative care, so if you're in palliative care and you die and you test positive for COVID, then we'll put you down as a COVID thing. And I think that was the moment where she finally believed me. It took 6 or 7 months, but that was the moment when it was on her own doorstep, even though I showed her clips of America saying the same sort of thing. In America, you can it was one of the counties there, I'm sure you've all seen it, where one of the counties said if this certain person's got COVID, then we're going to count his 15 or 16 or even 20 friends have got COVID as well, and that's how they were boosting the numbers just by association. Weren't even testing these people, and I think that's where she's come to the realization that it's finally.
Well, I had 16 years on this plane, listening to my mum and dad flip-flop between Conservative and Labour, and this guy's a wanker and that guy's a wanker, and no, he's not actually a wanker, he's great. And she's still doing it now, aged 80, still going.
And she's going to donkey vote. We've got a Queensland election coming up, and she's going to do a donkey vote, I think.
What's a donkey vote?
Well, because we get fined for not going in there, John. It's $150 fine for not voting. So you go in there and you just get grabbed. You might get your name marked off.
Well, we get $1,000 fine, or sorry, £1,000 fine for not registering to vote.
Nobody.
Yeah. They don't look at what you do. Yeah. So you just.
Well, that's just stupid. Then
it shows you straight there, Zach, that they don't give a shit as long as you vote. And in the UK,
you have to participate.
As long as you register to vote, they don't give a shit who you vote for. It's all about registering in the UK. In Australia, it's all about actually voting, which means you've got to register to vote to start with. But
you have to give away your power.
Yeah, basically declare yourself an imbecile.
When you're 18, you can register to vote. But if you don't register to vote, then you'll never be on the electoral voting.
So if you don't register, you don't have to vote?
Yeah, but
okay, because I never registered, so I would.
Sure, you can't unregister now, but Zach, that's I can't go and unregister.
Yeah, I've never
you're 18, just
registered. I've never registered, but apparently I'm registered to vote.
So you need to check that out and get that, because I went and checked mine and I wasn't registered still, because people could be voting under your name. They could be using your name to vote.
Hmm.
Well, that's right.
Really
that's
matters
right.
Either way, but still,
that's right. I think last year, Zach, I think last year was the first time that I've gone in there, said my name, and they've actually looked at my license to make sure I was who I was. That was the first ever time. But before that, I could have gone in there and said I was anybody.
What I'm seeing here is it's just.
I worked for one when I was in high school. I was like 16 years old, and I was the guy that was checking people's names and stuff. They don't use like official, people they should be using. Yeah, I was 16.
Yeah,
I was a registered person. I got to get out of school for the day. That's why I did it. But it was stupid because I had to sit there till like 6 o'clock at night, and everybody was out of school for like 3 hours before me. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I checked mine. I'm still not registered. It's real easy here in the U.S. You just put your name in this little thing and hit what state you're from, and it'll pop up and say if you're registered or not.
Yeah, Gaia Bear, if you don't vote in Australia, you get fined, or you can get fined. A threat of fine, as they say, but I'd like to see them actually do that with someone who knows their rights. But all I see is complete psychosis. My mum tells me that she has not had the flu vaccine for the last 3 years and strangely hasn't had the flu, whereas my dad's had the flu vaccine for the last 3 years and has had the flu every single year. Although she'll then say, but I can't wait till the vaccine for COVID comes out and then everything can get back to normal. And you just slap yourself in the head, ram your head through a brick wall and just go, I'll give up.
Yeah, it's kind of like my buddy who doesn't trust any government crowd, knows 9/11 was bullshit. But NASA, no, they're legit, dude. That's real shit in space. Woo.
Like,
come on, bro. If they're lying about everything else, why do you think that's real? Fuck.
It's like people, they know not to watch the news or TV, but they can't help it. And they do. And then, I mean, I know personally, even 5 minutes of looking at mainstream media infects me for the rest of the day. You know, if you're talking blood pressure,
right,
then all I got to do is look at what's trending in Twitter.
and that shit's
I-
playing in the waiting room, dude, I have to go home and like detox from it. I have to get my music or something going and just get that out of my even being around it. It just makes me feel yuck.
No, I think you guys are doing it wrong. Can I share the screen, Walter? No. Can I share a screen?
No.
No.
It
It
does,
would-
no. It says no. If it says
It
no,
says no. It says host disabled participant screen sharing.
go
You
hang
can
on.
try asking Zoom nicely. They might allow you if you're really sweet to them.
Let me try again. No,
Somebody
it says
power. Not me.
somebody.
Fuck Zoom. Ask Alexa. She'll
Where
let
do
you
you
in.
do it? Where do you do it now? It's changed.
Participants.
Well, no, I'm there, but I don't see.
You'll need to supply a rectal scan and a sample of blood, and you should be good to go.
Aha.
Did that fix it? Okay, I was looking for something that actually let you share a screen. I just went around it. I did an end run.
Well, it's a good
Well,
job
go
you didn't
Sports
share
Box.
screen before you did the rectal scan. That's good.
Did that work? Are you seeing me now?
Did work.
We-
I am
Instead of
seeing.
Yeah, instead of listening to the news, all you have to do is just like glance at the headlines, and instead of raising your blood pressure, you can get the giggles. Because, like, for instance, if you pull up the science page, zombie storms are rising from the dead thanks
Absolutely.
to climate change.
Absolutely. Shell sent me that story last night. It's in my text, and I forgot to drop it in the show
The
link
toilet is ready
for
for
this morning
launch.
for our show. 'cause
Yes,
I was gonna
NASA's
talk
new
about it.
$23 million space toilet is ready for launch. NASA
Now,
can't
is-
figure out why NASA can't figure out why space station is leaking air. You'd think they'd want to figure that out. They're in
I
in
thought
an
they
air
did figure it
vacuum.
out.
It's full of
they'd
freaking
already figured it.
holes.
Right. They got
Birds-
those giant humanoid robots drilling holes in the wall. What do they expect?
You have birds that
And
sang a
then-
sexier tune during San Francisco's coronavirus lockdown. Steady fine, so your tax dollars at work.
Well, I'm
are-
confused. Hang on, Cammy. I'm confused. So $23 million they're paying for a space toilet, but they were only offering what, like a $10,000 prize if you could design them a moon toilet? I don't.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
A little disparage, I think. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's an equal balance.
Did y'all, I mean, I don't know the one underneath it, but NASA can't figure out why the space station is leaking air. You can view the full coverage about it. That's out there new. But I was really hooked on the birds that sang a sexier tune during San Francisco's coronavirus lockdown. They did studies and it found that they sang more sexy.
I missed that for sure. The sexy birds. Oh, look, there's Rob's asteroid.
An asteroid just missed Earth this morning, but guess
There it
what?
is,
It's
Rob.
fine. It's
We're all good.
fine.
We're here.
It was the size of RV Russian videos,
Oh, that's lucky for us, isn't it?
but it's fine. Starship pops on purpose. I don't even know where to go with that one. I mean, this stuff is hysterical. How could you look at this and get a blood pressure? It's silly.
Space agenda? Wait, what? I saw space agenda.
Where is Space Agenda?
Right there by the moon.
America's space agenda
They're even
is on
calling-
fire.
Fire in her.
They're even
Due to
calling it
Trump.
The agenda.
Have you been seeing all the videos lately on two suns or some other sort of
Yeah, I've
celestial
seen a
body
couple-
in
I've
the sky? Well,
seen a
have
few
you been seeing?
things.
That's a lot lately, isn't it?
Yeah,
Well,
I've
I
heard
remember-
a lot more people are catching it now.
Right, Crow even had
Yeah,
caught it.
Crow and Chris Van Matre
Chris-
with the
Chris
hydrogen
with his
alpha.
setup. Right.
Yeah, there's more people doing that now and
That's-
catching it.
yeah. And then I know I'd seen some crazy video that I think it was Donnie from Daytona had of like 3 or 4 objects going by the sun that looked like the freaking sun in clouds and just crazy shit. So yeah, but I've seen some that have been really recent, like just days ago, Rob. I probably saw the same ones you're talking about.
Yep. Just crazy stuff going on all the time. But I think it's
And then I also saw a crazy video of like it was like the sundog, quote unquote, phenomena that they show like in the real icy, snowy, like Iceland areas or New Zealand or where I don't know where they're taken, but it's really icy and people are skiing and you see the sundogs and there's like, oh, it's a bunch of suns. That's the dome. Da 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 da. But this was overhead. This wasn't like the sun's over there and there it is over there. This was like straight overhead in a clear sky over a neighborhood. This video. Now, you know, it could be a rigged up video. I don't know. I have to see if I can find it. That's been a day or 3 ago now. But yeah, it was really crazy looking because it looked like 3 or 4 objects. It didn't look really like the sundog phenomena. I'm gonna see if I can find it. I don't even know if it was Twitter or YouTube.
What
Before
the
I
hell
go,
did you just send me, Rob? It's in
I'm just going to share.
German.
No, you got to scroll down. Can someone share that, or do you want me to share it? I just want to show you something before I go.
Yeah, I'll share it. Hold
You
on.
should have power. I think I gave it to everybody.
I'll share it because I've
Maybe-
got it
yeah,
up.
someone else can share it. Just scroll down to the.
Yeah, there you are. You're right.
Scroll down to the PDF.
You got
and
it.
just
I thought I did everybody.
I'll read that. Shurken Durken Birken Yeah.
Where do you want me to scroll down to?
Yeah, right there. Right, yeah, any of those pages there. And
All
just see what just go down a little bit so we can see the headlines there, John. Or up, sorry. Yeah, that'll do. So we'll see. These are kids that are in custody.
What the fuck?
These are kids that are in custody, and they've obviously had blood tests.
Adrenochrome quality.
Yeah.
What
How
the
about that?
fuck?
Yeah. So these are kids that are in custody.
Where's this from? What is this?
This is Jackie on Twitter just posted this one. Yeah.
What is
But,
SUIC?
Somebody translate this freaking.
This is new to me too. I saw it this morning for the first time, but I just got reminded of it. Yeah, but how about that?
Custody.
So they must do the bloody age.
Due
You
to
can see the ages. Yeah.
Why is it due to hospital in year 2021, 2023? Like,
Oh, hello.
Due at the hospital.
What? Go back. What the fuck is this?
Manchester.
We're all gonna get black book now. Our name's going into
No
the
shit, we're
book.
gone. This is the one, man.
CYM. Caring Corp.
Caring youth money. Caring is youth. Youth is money. Money is freedom.
Youth is money.
It's a weird synchronicity, that guy. So, Truth in Your Face today was saying you have to take the Red Hot Chili Peppers tune and swap the word Californication for adrenochrome and then read the lyrics again.
Whoa, look at that. Production of raw adrenochrome per detention center with average age of detainees. List of detainees used for production. Holy shit. Duration of custody and scheduled disposal date.
Not sure why the first pages are in German, but that's a bit weird, isn't it? That's
There it is. The SUIC is only the suicide attempts. A finished suicide would appear as a mortality.
This is so messed up. Where the fuck are these people at? No, I don't even want to know.
Manchester and Liverpool.
Is this the like the translation maybe wrong? No, it's differently printed. I don't know. Oh.
Per milligram, $1,900.
I'll drop that in the chat, shall I?
Surely.
Holy shit. From $1,000 to $2,000 per milligram. And you have to buy them 100 milligrams at a time.
Do your thing, hive mind. What the fuck is this?
I just retweeted it anyway, so anyone on my Twitter, just go to my Twitter and retweet that so everyone gets onto that.
It just
check or cash in advance.
Yeah, I don't believe
What,
it.
Josh?
I don't believe it.
Cash.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems just too.
Yeah.
There's too many letterheads and watermarks and.
If anyone reads German, it'd be nice to.
Like a setup. Like we tried.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
This is misinformation. They're
Way too obvious. Yeah.
Anyone understand German that wants to call in and translate this?
Nein.
Nein.
No.
Trump. Herr Trump.
Well, I can get my son. He took his
our
first
our
day of
channel's
German
gone
class today.
It's been
Here's
good with you
your
guys. We
first
love you
test,
guys.
Aaron.
No, he did
I
his
see a Q
first
in
day.
there.
Can you highlight?
Q.
Oh, look, you can highlight it. I could drag this into a German doodah, couldn't I?
Yeah, I
Alexa,
see Trump. I
translate.
see Q. Yeah, this is all bullshit, I bet.
What do we reckon? German, is it?
I'd reckon.
I don't know. I saw a JA in there. Is there any German that's JA? I don't remember that.
Ja.
German to German. Fantastic.
I'm kind of like
Thanks.
Josh on this one. I don't know. It just seems too good.
Me anytime like to put in a document this
That was
much
it,
information with corporate
it.
names and that, and saying that they're suiciding the kids. I don't believe that they would write it this up front, and I don't think it would be documented and have a written history
A trail like this, right?
a trail like this. They would have code words and other things like that. I think this is putting it
The
to
live translation.
Here, it worked. Well, it started to.
Really?
just my opinion on it, but it stinks too much to have all the logos matched up with
It
that
had
type of
both.
evidence or
Dear Mr.
Oh, yeah.
Shepherd.
Haken, Starken, Stappen, Starten,
And then it gave up.
Come to you.
Q, here we go.
Glad you represent the truth of Q.
But that is true, that says
Herr Trump.
Q2.
Oh shit, the
Frickin'
truth of Q.
Cutie
Yeah,
pie.
this is horseshit.
this is horseshit.
See, y'all aren't trusting the fucking plan.
I think that needs a lot of manual spaces putting in between.
Yeah, I say X on that. Oops.
It's not took the space in, John.
I wonder if you could just get all the English words there and put them together.
I reckon you could.
Hive mind. All
If you drop
yours.
it into translator, it should detect and solve by itself if you just go into Google Translator
Wasn't
and
that
don't.
what you?
That's what I just did, yeah.
Okay, don't let it detect.
All right, guys. On that note, I'm gonna vamoose.
Oh, come on. This has been an exciting show. Oh, okay.
Damn it.
Well, that was fun, Rob. Thanks for dropping it.
Yeah, yeah.
Always a pleasure.
All right, guys.
Good talk to you.
Cunt.
Take it easy, pal.
And remember, look for a guy named Bill. Find Bill for us.
Yeah, tell Bill we said hey. When
Just
you
ask
said-
around.
Okay.
Tell him
All right.
Iron Realm said hey.
With the mullet and the ute.
His
Take,
mother calls him William.
Bunch of pussies. See yous.
take it easy, Rob.
What a twat.
Your moon's still upside down.
Love you, Rob.
So I see BRV in chat.
Okay,
would you
wait,
like
yeah,
to
some shit's going
BRV?
off in chat. Yeah.
I'd really like to have a conversation with BRV if there's anything that he could actually speak to. Otherwise, I'll have to have a conversation with him offline. But here it is rolling up 9/25/2020 right now. So I'm just wondering if we could get Billy Ray Valentine on here and maybe have a little conversation.
Send him a link. What's significant about 9/25 or whatever?
It's today's date.
Yeah, I know that.
It's proximity to October of 2020.
Okay.
It's really close.
It's also the day before my younger brother's birthday. Shout out. Happy birthday, bud. Love you. Even though I know you're not listening. I love you still.
Yeah, I'll send it to you, BRV. You don't have to hop on. I know you're a busy man. You're out walking the dog, eating dinner with the family,
What
doing
is
whatever it is you do. But I
right?
did see you in chat, so I just wanted to at least drop you a line because I'd sure like to have that conversation. I'm real curious about what the hell's going on. But there it is. It's over in Skype.
I have Baldini in chat saying he sent a link to me on something. I do not have anything in Skype, Baldini. Is there a different place you sent it? People are talking about different links in that. I do not show anything.
Yeah, no, we've got
And
to
I'm not
figure
sure on
out
what it is.
some way to figure out. I don't know.
So what I did last week was I downloaded an external camera for OBS, right? So basically, instead of broadcasting what's on my OBS out to all the different places through Restream, with this, I could, like, instead of my webcam, I could take the screen of OBS and use that as my webcam, right? So then it just shows whatever my OBS is showing, and that would be the camera that I use. Well, I can use that in Restream, right? So then I'm just using a Restream live link where it basically works like Zoom, and you just bring people in on the call. But I think we can do it all synced up through Zoom and Restream using OBS. I'm a little curious as about the audio. I'm not sure how the audio will work, but I think we could do it. And if that's the case, we should be able to line up callers pretty easily just by dropping them a Restream link. So then it would just be us broadcasting like we're doing right now, but then people could jump onto Restream and talk to us that way, which would give us more lines than just having the flat line. They could just click the Restream link and hop onto the Restream broadcast. And it would be separate from Zoom, but still integrated.
Yeah, so they don't need to have Zoom.
Right.
That's sweet.
So,
And I saw BRV in chat. Billy said send him a link.
Sweet, because I did.
Awesome.
So we're connectivity rich, but people poor. Sorry, Adam.
Oh, guys, I'm gonna have to hit the site. I'm knackered, guys. So,
all right,
because you're too busy having fun with other people.
Yeah. So, see how you like.
Damn you, Dr. John D.
His fault. It could have been the Prosecco when I got in at 6 o'clock. It was a long day.
It's getting blown off by Cammy, for God's sake. I can't blame him.
Blown off by Cammy.
You said it.
It's been a long night.
Do you have to take the little one for one more walk before evening, or are you done?
She really loves Marie, so she's tucked up with her right now.
That's because you rub sausages on Marie's shoes, don't you?
Oh,
she wants you to take her for a walk. Look how excited she is.
Still want me. Yeah, no.
Shout out Jonathan from Jersey.
You're giving away your secrets there, Josh.
Right, guys.
Take it easy, Adam.
God bless.
Take
Good
care,
night,
brother.
everyone.
Miss you. Love you.
Love you, Ed.
Bye, Adam.
Bye, night, coming.
Yeah, cuz.
I forgot where the bloody leave button is. Oh, there it is. There. Night.
Apparently, Vagabond's got a translation for us in chat, but it's complicated. And there was something else in chat. What was it? Damn it. I've lost it. I had it highlighted. Who knows? There's too much going on. Lots going on in chat. We need to figure out this rent situation, truly.
They're talking about blood pressure in chat. Just a one of those allopathic type things. Cayenne pepper is great to help keep your blood pressure.
Cayenne pepper is great. If you ever think you're having a heart attack, then get half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper and some hot water and neck it. You'll find out you're not having a heart attack anymore.
It's amazing stuff.
But don't trust me.
We are not doctors, and we don't play one here on YouTube.
I'm the one they call Dr. Feelgood.
As much I've heard about blood pressure, that doesn't matter either. I mean,
Did I hear? Oh, we did get joined. Okay, cool.
I'll shut the hell up.
Yeah, right. He's still setting up audio. He's probably got all of his wife's settings on there.
Well, I've just heard, like most people, we're all different, and just because you can measure your blood pressure doesn't mean that you are high blood pressure, low blood pressure, or any other blood pressure. Some people are naturally high, some people are naturally low. My wife is naturally low, I'm naturally high, and there you go. I mean,
can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Beautiful.
Thanks, I can
Beautiful.
stop
Sorry
filling
about
now.
all that.
No, that's all right. I do want to say real quick. The last time I went to the doctor, they told me I had high blood pressure. My HDL was high, but my LDL was high too. So I guess, it kind of offsets a little bit. If your LDL is high, you can stand to have that higher HDL, the bad cholesterol.
Cholesterol's a nonsense as well, if you look into it.
So she saw my high numbers, and she's like, "Oh, we got to do something about this. You need a prescription for some statins." I was like, "Ooh, is there not like any natural way? Is there not like, turmeric or cayenne? Is there nothing out there that would help with the blood pressure?" She says, "Nope. You just need statins." I said, "Oh, okay." And since she never bothered to ask me what my diet was, then I never felt the need to tell her that I was eating like a half a dozen raw eggs every morning. So I just crumpled up her prescription for statins and threw it in the trash, and haven't been back to a doctor since.
Yeah, likewise. I had a 24-hour blood pressure monitor on me because I have a strange thing that whenever I go into a hospital or a doctor's waiting room, I become incredibly relaxed. So whenever they take my blood pressure, it is absolutely fine. But whenever I take it at home, it's absolutely not fine. And I'm talking 20 years ago when I actually gave a shit about this stuff.
You have reverse white coat syndrome. They have a name for it the other way, that people that get nervous and their blood pressure goes up.
Yeah.
I've never heard it in reverse. That's hysterical.
No, well, my dad's a
Dare
doctor.
to be different.
My dad's a doctor and my mum was a nurse. So the waiting room for a doctor's surgery or whatever, for me, is quite relaxing. And I sit there and I relax. And yeah, so I said to her, I have it badly when I'm at home. So she had this thing strapped to me, and it was taking my blood pressure every minute or every 2 minutes all throughout the day. And that's when they decided, yes, you do have a high blood pressure, other than when you visit the doctor's office. And they stuck me on statins, and I thought, okay, I'm on them, Ramipril, I think they were. Adam's left. But yeah, threw them in the bin when I left London, and I quite frankly don't care if my blood pressure's high or low. Anyway, BRV, we haven't heard from you for a long time. Have you got
What is going on, Billy? How you doing, brother?
I've been here, man. I've been here checking you guys out from time to time. What's going on? I feel good being in my home away from home. I think my membership card is still valid. I know you guys tell me.
For life, you know that.
Lifetime membership, that's right. Never expires.
Right. Beautiful, beautiful. How you guys doing?
Better than I deserve? Well, maybe.
I spoke about you yesterday, actually, to one of my friends, that exact quote that you use. You're treating me better than I deserve. I was like, Josh Corey says that all the time.
I do, and that's not even mine. I stole that from a financial guy who was on the radio for a long time. His name was Dave Ramsey, and he'd take callers, and the callers would just, ask him how he's doing, and that's how he would answer. "I'm doing better than I deserve." I'm like, wow, that's a fucking awesome answer. I love that, and I've been using it ever since.
Hello. That's great.
Can you hear us?
Did we lose you?
Uh-oh.
He's working on it. I
He's
hear
having some
stuff.
problems. I hear, feedback's always a good sign.
There you go.
Especially if it's positive.
I lost all you guys for a second. I'm sorry, that was my fault. What's up?
All right. I lose myself too.
Hey, Billy, it's been at least a year. How's shit going with you, man?
How's it really? Jesus, man.
Things going
it's
mad?
Crazy, man. I'm always busy. I'm always doing something. I actually just walked in and threw you guys up on the computer to listen to you. while I was attempting to finish an assignment that I'm almost certainly not going to finish.
Well, not now. Just tell me not to post a link and you do your assignment.
I mean, it's already a week overdue. And typically this isn't, it's not the way I get down. I normally hand these things in, but this was such a vague freaking assignment. And I was trying not to buy this book because it's a $60 book that I just don't have any interest in. But I was forced into doing it. So I bought the book. I started reading whatever I needed to read, and it didn't really line up with the question. So I just skipped it. I'm like, I'm not doing this. It's 5 points. And I'm like, all right, fine. I'll just do everything else. And then he writes me and he's like, hey, get this done. The professor. He's like, just get it done. Don't worry about it. So I tried to really get it done. But to be honest with you, I'm having a really hard time with it. And I got a lot of other stuff to do. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to leave it on the side. I'll figure it out later. Maybe I'll do it this weekend. But if I don't do it this weekend, it's just not going to get done.
What are you
I'd rather hang out
studying,
with you
Billy?
guys anyway, so I'm sure I'll be fine.
What are you studying, Billy?
Man, speech pathology, right? But I've already knocked out all of my core classes, for the major, with the exception of 2 that I'm taking right now. But then I had to do a couple of nonsense classes just to fill in, their requirements or whatever. So I'm like, all right. So I took popular music in the USA. I was like, yeah, that should be a breeze. And what is it? The Pursuit of Happiness, which is actually a breeze. But this, when I'm sitting here doing it, and I'm a big music guy, but I couldn't be more bored with the content. And I'm trying to move through these chapters in this book, and I just can't seem to freaking do it, man. It's just so freaking hard. I'm worn out too. I'm fairly tired, so I think that has a lot to do with it. I just don't want to freaking do this anymore.
What does it
I've
lead
been running
to?
nonstop for 2 years doing this, so I'm like, I just don't want to do it anymore. But I know I have to finish. This is it. I'll be done after this.
What does it lead to? What qualifications does it lead to?
I'll be a speech pathologist. That's what it'll lead to.
Speech pathologist.
That's what my sister-in-law does. Actually, she works with special needs children.
Right. That's exactly what it is.
Wow, cool.
When I was working my corporate job, I hated it. But it brought in decent money, and I got to travel, and I got to do certain things, which was really cool. But I never felt like I was doing anything, because I wasn't. If I told, I think Josh knows what I did. If I told you guys what I did, you'd be like, oh wow, it's so cool, but you're not doing anything. You're not doing anything. So I'm like, you know what? I spoke about it with my wife, and I quit 2 years ago, or a year ago actually.
Good on you.
And a year and a half ago. And I wanted to do something, in particular with, how do I help, right? How do I help the people that need it? How do I talk the talk and walk the walk at the same time? Like I could be sitting here all day talking about autism and talking about, vaccine injured children or just the children in general that come out with autism because of whatever circumstances. I mean, it's overwhelming at this point, right?
Right.
Everywhere, at least here in the city, everywhere I turn, you will see an autistic kid. It's crazy.
Are you personally touched by it, Billy?
Right.
Have you
I have to do something. I have to do something. So I figured I'd take this up, and it's been a big gamble, and it'll be over in December, at least for one part of it. But right now I'm currently applying to graduate school, so I have more schooling left, but I'll be able to start working in the field fairly soon. So
wow.
I'm looking forward to possibly being able to help people that, or children that needed, maybe elderly people that have been in accidents or have had strokes, that I can possibly, help improve their lives. I'd love to do it. So that's why I did this.
Brilliant. Are you personally affected by autism or anything along those lines, with family members or anything?
God willing, God, through the grace of God, no. I have 2 children. One of them had an adverse reactions to vaccines initially, the first round, and we stopped giving him vaccines, and he's been fine. And my second one, he never had a needle touch him up until very, very recently, which I was forced to do so here in New York. But they're both really, really well. I do have a nephew, I want to say, that is having a really extreme issues with autism. Like, I mean, just really, really, really bad symptoms, bad everything. He's not in good shape. He lives in Florida, and I do have one my nephew that's living with me now, actually, but he's older, and he had some issues speaking initially when he was a kid, and now he's kind of overcome them. We're still pushing along, but he's living with me now, and he's doing a lot better. But as far as my kids, they've been good. You know what I mean? Mostly it's been just me looking around and seeing that everyone has autism at this point. I don't know how many. Over here in the city, man, if people are having kids, odds are they're autistic, which is freaking nuts, man.
What do you make of that?
Something's wrong. Like, whether it be a hint of it or it's all the way, something's up.
Yeah, what do you make of that? I mean, that's not coincidence. That's not natural.
It's one of the symptoms of our artificial life. Is what it is. It's and there's many symptoms, you know. But that's one of them. It's one of the most glaring ones, and they try to say, well, it's now we're able to diagnose this thing, and we weren't able to do it before, and that's a bunch of nonsense. You know, like, I didn't see that before. I didn't like it. It's been so prevalent in the last few years, like 10, 15 years, man. It's just everybody's autistic. Everybody has something going on. You know, and not to mention people having strokes left and right. I don't know if you guys heard about Ron Paul earlier today.
Yeah, I did. Yeah,
he had a stroke on air, but he's 85 years old. But still, there is that segment of people that need help too.
So what's happening in New York? I mean, you're in the belly of the beast right there, aren't you? I mean, what sort of games are they playing over there at the moment with this whole pandemic stuff?
Oh, man, it's crazy. I want to say what's up to Liz, the Iron Maiden. Blessings to you. I saw you in the chat. Nemo, I saw Nemo too. And there was somebody else. And I don't want to miss him. So give me a second. I got to say hello to my
There's
people.
lots of great people in there. I gave up trying to get to list them earlier, man. They got
man, we have to
Usually
say what's up to all of them,
one
man.
or two as they get in there, but they all piled in quick on me. So I just sent a big group hug to chat earlier. So
that is true. Like, everybody in the chat, what's going on? But I'm gonna get my other person in at some point. But New York, man, it's sad. It's a sad situation over here. People are losing their businesses left and right. We're gonna go back to indoor dining on the 29th, which is good, I think, for some of these restaurants over here. But everybody's things aren't good. Things aren't good. Like, there's a lot of unemployed. You know, there's earlier on during the pandemic, there were a lot of really sick people, in particular where I lived. You know, because, you know, as Latinos and African Americans, it hit us more than anybody else for obvious reasons, because we subscribe to an artificial lifestyle. We eat crap, for lack of a better term. You know, we eat just complete nonsense out here. But it's, you know, it's education. It's the means to buy better, you know, and how you're going to get your hands on this food, because it's not readily available out here. But all the trash is, right? So if you want to buy some French fries from Nathan's, you can get them ASAP. But you know, some organic food, good luck.
Yeah, right.
and even if you could find it, you have to pay a premium for it, and a lot of people out here don't have it. You know,
have you got a plan, Billy, to get the hell out of New York at some point?
Well, I'm sorry about the background noise, guys. I'm currently planning some type of escape. I don't know how that's going to happen, and it's not going to happen anytime soon. Meaning, I think I have 2 more years here, 2.5 more years. Maybe a bit longer than that, you know, before I finish up. There's a lot of loose ends. I mean, I've been here all my life.
Yeah,
so
right.
There's a lot of loose ends here that I have to tighten up before I leave. And I have to find a place where not only I can live and my family, which continues to get bigger. Not that I'm having kids or anything, but my nephew lives with me. I got 2 cats. I got a dog. You know, the dog was added during the pandemic. We went down to Pennsylvania to pick him up. So we're getting tighter. But not only that, you know, my mom is over here, my grandmother's over here, and I'm not going to leave them behind. So I have to find a way to house everybody somewhere, you know. So I'm thinking about that, and it's a lot, man. I never wanted to leave New York, but I think I may have to, you know. So we are actively planning on getting out of here. I just don't know how it's going to happen or how soon it's going to happen.
I hear the Carolinas are a good place to head, but
that's it. That definitely says it. Place. It's difficult to just break roots when it's more than just you and maybe you and your wife, or you and your wife and a couple of children, you know, that kind of thing. But when it's like that, an extended family, and it's tough. I know the situation. I'm dealing with it actually, because I definitely don't want to be here, because Louisiana is definitely not going to be faring well in the waterworks department. Things are going to.
We need Cammy to hurry up and find this other land, and then we can all bugger off.
Get that map going, lady.
Yeah. I see we've been joined by Karen.
Ladies, there you go, John.
It's all right.
Segue.
Translation real quick.
You got it. Thank you. I was going to get to that too. Vagabond sent us a great translation. It's kind of.
I'm actually not going to read it. I'm going to use this AI voice generator and have them read it. Let's see how this works. Just because why the fuck not?
I'm sending you the photocopies plus printouts because I'm scared. I have USB sticks ordered via Amazon and received it last week. A stick was open packaging and there were also data on it, PDF texts. So I wanted to send the stick back first, thought no, first look exactly what that is. I can't read English very well, but what I understand is a list of abducted people's children. They are probably caught and exploited. It is terribly sad. A company Sima runs camps and evaluates children. They offer the adrenochrome and sell it there. Disposal means disposal. There are hundreds of pages and I can only recommend a few of them print. There are also lists of names and photos of adults. I believe that are the people where the children are held captive. I can't find anyone here who believes me. Everyone says you're crazy. But that's true, that says Q2. So I come to you, Mr. Schaefer, on your side you represent them. Truth from Q would like to write to Mr. Trump too, but the post will controlled. I guess that's not the case within Germany yet. Can't send an email because I'm honestly afraid these are bad killers who torture small children, as Q writes. I've read about Q for a long time. Please find ways to write this publicly on your blog or one website. I checked the names etc. a few times, not all of them. And the companies are so serious. Can you give the list to Mr. Trump, who will hopefully get you out of it their sorrow? I'm really scared, and in case the letter is intercepted you can't find my name because my son is as old as these poor children. Wish them strength and thank them very much, Steffi. If I have to send more then I have to be careful. Right owner's Hominibus website about Steffi contact you, then I see that and can answer. The Sim Corporation.
You know, you could dress that up with a little bit of punctuation. I did a little bit on the fly, just because it prompts me to when it's too confused as to what it's supposed to say. But that could actually be pretty powerful in that little kid's voice. That's nuts.
It's creepy as fuck, to be honest.
Dude, what was that?
All I kept seeing is that little girl mask face as that sound was coming out of my computer. That creepy mask.
Creepy letter and creepy mask that went well together. You're right. I was doing the same thing. That's exactly how I pictured her talking. That's strange. I wasn't quite sure what it was. That like I put a face to it, but that's what I did. That's creepy.
I have some software that's voice generators. So like you could do a real basic, like old school Stephen Hawking. Or I guess new school Stephen Hawking. Old school Stephen Hawking sounds a little different. But
we have that one too.
Yeah, but you can do it in lots of different voices and lots of different accents and ages and things like that. And then it's got little AI that'll go through and try to make it a bit more realistic. So I just plugged the text from this German letter we had to go translate. Vagabond took it, translated it, cut out the English, and emailed it to us. So I just copied and pasted the email into this voice generator.
It's a German letter for what? Like, I mean,
it's
what? How do we get our hands on this German letter?
I'm sharing it on the screen at the moment, and I've just put a link in the chat at the moment. Was it Rob that came? Was it Rob that brought this to attention?
Yeah, Rob.
Yeah. And there's something about adrenochrome quality.
Where's the link, John?
What the holy heck is that?
It's something exceedingly creepy as hell.
So these are supposedly a list of children that are being held at these facilities.
Man, this is a bunch of nonsense.
That's kind of what we
I
put
know.
up.
This is a bunch of
what we
nonsense,
said.
man.
That's what we
This-
said.
I mean,
especially after all the Q references in the letter.
Yeah. But would they send this with the big letterhead and watermarks on the paper? I mean, it just doesn't make any sense for it to be presented like this.
Presented and mailed and put out that, oh, and these are what we're suiciding, and this is what. Yeah, I don't think they would format it like
It would
this.
have to be coded and
That's
Right.
crazy.
layered and. Yeah.
I don't think they can hear me.
I can
No,
hear
we
you.
I
can.
can hear you
I can
just
hear you.
fine.
We're just
Oh,
ignoring
can
you.
you?
We're here,
Oh.
yeah. Everybody, it's Karen B.
It is Karen B.
We introduced you, but then you didn't say anything, so I thought, well, she must be having audio issues because you were there and then you went away and put a picture up. So I thought maybe you were fighting with your camera.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I'm using these headphones or this headset, and there's
Everybody's
like
a bit
no
old.
sound coming into my headset. I have no idea what's going on.
Well, we're here, so we're glad you're
Well, there's the
Is it
letterhead.
still not coming in, Karen? Because I can.
No,
fix
I
that.
can hear them, but I can't hear myself, and I'm used to hearing
Oh, yeah,
myself.
that's rough when
Oh,
get
you don't have these
phone
ones,
voice.
no.
That's nuts. I hate that when my headphones go weird and I'm only hearing everybody else.
Why not doing that now?
Hey, Josh, do me a favor. Send me a link to this thing.
Sure.
Very new to me. It's
I'll stick another one in the. Oh, bollocks.
this is a bunch of nonsense. It's really getting out of control.
Yeah, I'm
Or
not
has-
doubting that this stuff takes place, but I doubt that this kind of stuff would be leaked out at all.
No, of course it takes place,
No.
right? But I
Yeah,
think
but-
the Q community is undermining the reality of these things.
Oh, you think?
Yeah, and it's not cool, right? And it gets us looking in a direction of. I mean, you know how many people believe this?
Far
Like,
too.
it's insane. It's I hate saying it like this, man, but quite honestly, I don't know how else to say it. It's I think it's a giant psyop that's been run on the entire alternative news community, and it's spread out now. It's crossed over into the mainstream. You hear it on Fox News and on CNN. They talk about QAnon left and right, and adrenochrome, and all of this other stuff. That there's that's my boy. If you guys hear him, that's Apollo.
He sounds vicious.
He's not. He wants to play 24/7 is all he wants to do. He's a Pomsky, half Husky, half a Pomeranian, designer dog.
Oh, how'd you get talked into that?
Very artificial. What's up,
Said, how did you get talked into that? That must have been one heck of a Pomsky scheme.
man?
Oh dear.
Man, my son wanted a Husky
Dad
for
joke.
his birthday. He's been asking for it forever, and I live in an apartment in New York. I'm not in a position to have a Husky, but my wife found a Pomsky, and he did so well in school that we went and picked him up. And I love him, but he just wants to play 24/7. But regardless of this has gone over to the mainstream now, and people literally believe this to the point where we have people running for office under the QAnon banner. It's a problem. I'm gonna mute up real quick.
Yeah, it's a problem, but I guess it does go to show exactly the legitimacy of it. If it's something that you can run for office claiming Q insight, then
I mean,
just as a side note, Vagabond, who's been helping us a lot with this, thank you so much, Vagabond. Been checking for the CYM Corporation there on Fifth Avenue, is it? And isn't finding anything. So just, another caveat.
what
This is
about this
complete
Duns
nonsense.
number? What
Of
about
course
this?
it's
I mean,
utter-
what
From-
about this
from top to
Duns
bottom.
number?
What it feels like now that we're getting the full picture here, it feels like something that was disseminated into another country to get their brains all stirred up with the Q.
Well, the thing is, that's
you
a
know.
good point. That's a really good point that you just brought up. QAnon is huge in Germany. It's huge. They're asking.
I didn't even know that. So that's
It's huge
yeah,
in Germany now.
That's making it even more. Yeah.
They're asking for the American military to stay there, for Trump to stay there so he can free them from their tyrannical government. Really, Just like my God. You know, we've gotten to this point, and you know, I think it's been a progression, guys. We have been, you know, we talk about the truth community and how open our minds are, and in reality, and I know I always get heat for this now, but and I'm included in this. I think we are more closed-minded than the mainstream at this point, because we're not willing to say that we're wrong about stuff anymore. We just double down and triple down and quadruple down with no evidence to back up anything that we're saying.
Uh-huh.
And that's what's going on with QAnon and Donald Trump and all this complete and total utter nonsense. And I've been doing some research, just studying up whenever I can on Cambridge Analytica. And if you guys aren't familiar, it's this organization, I want to say, for lack of a better term, that was founded by Steve Bannon in the UK. And Steve Bannon had a Breitbart over here, extreme right, you know, the whole deal. And he went over there and met up with this dude, Alexander Nix, who was a part of the SCL group. And the SCL group is the parent company of Cambridge Analytica, which no longer exists. But Cambridge Analytica was instrumental in getting Donald Trump elected. And they gave him a narrative. They had 5,000 data points on every American, 5,000 on every American, using Facebook and social media, in particular Facebook. That was the famous one, but all types of social media. They knew what people were thinking, in particular on Facebook and on Twitter. And they saw what motivated people. Drain the swamp. Build a wall. Lock them up. The Clintons. That all came from Cambridge Analytica. It was psychological warfare. It's described that way by, I forget the guy's name, whistleblower, Wiley. Wiley's his last name. He used to work for Cambridge Analytica, and he was a whistleblower and said exactly what I'm saying right now. He said this was psychological warfare linked to the British Crown, to British intelligence, I should say, not necessarily the British Crown, but that's where it came from. And they used our emotions, they used our data points from social media, and they threw it out there, and they gave it to Donald Trump to recite like he was a puppet, which he is. And he recited them, and he did a great job at selling it because he's an excellent actor. And boom, this is how all of this happened. And I can't prove it yet, but I think QAnon is remnants of Cambridge Analytica. I think QAnon comes from there. It's mind warfare. We're being manipulated by the mind. This isn't conspiracy theory. We can go look it up. So everybody watching right now, everybody in the chat can go look up Cambridge Analytica and see what was done. What was done to all of us. They did this for Brexit. They were instrumental in Brexit. They were instrumental in Bolsonaro in Brazil. They were instrumental with the Donald Trump election here in America. All far right. It's a tool used by the far right to get their people elected. They had done this in some countries in Africa, and they did it in the West Indies. I don't remember exactly what country. But those were their first tries at it, and then they moved on to the big fish. Steve Bannon went in there, and he wanted this type of change. He got initially it was supposed to be Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz either was let go or backed out. I don't know what. And then they brought in Donald Trump. But this is all mind games that the elite are playing with us. In reality, that's just the way to put it. It's a huge mind fuck, and we're sitting here going around in circles. I don't know if anybody remembers the footage of Sandy Hook when the people were going around in circles. They went in one way, came out the other way, and it was the same people doing it over and over again.
I remember it well, friend.
That's what the truth community is doing right now. Going in one way, going out the other way, la 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 la, like in a little pigeon walk, and not knowing what the hell is going on. And we've been totally brain controlled, mind controlled, totally 100% through the social media, through the technocracy, and Cambridge Analytica. Go look it up. I'd encourage everybody to do it.
Digging around, I found a story about some stuff with it. Just dropped a link in chat. It may not be the best one because it's The Guardian, but I'll keep digging. It was just the biggest story that had a lot of nice little hyperlinks in it, so you can dig deeper, I guess.
And this is what they got us doing. And this is the problem. And so I look at this and it upsets me because, you know, we're all in this together. And I'm like, wow, man, we've been screwed. Let me tell people we've been screwed. But the people don't want to hear me. They just don't want to hear it. They're like, dude, Donald Trump is going to lock up the pedophiles. He's going to lock up the Clintons. He's going to serve all those, sealed indictments. It's going to happen. and it goes further than that. Well, JFK Jr. is supposed to be alive. I don't know how the hell we got sucked into that one. Okay. And then lupus and cancer and HIV gone is what they're saying. After Donald Trump gets elected, he couldn't do it the first 4 years. So he needs another 4 years in order to do it. And we're going to have Tesla free energy. This is what they're saying.
You can't release all that all at once. Come on, Billy. If you did it all at once, man, think about the cultural upheaval.
I'm not hearing you, Karen.
I know, because I was muted. Wasn't the rumor that JFK Jr. was Q? Weren't they saying that he was Q?
Yeah, there was that rumor, or he was R. I think it was. Yeah, one of the two. I forget exactly. R? Yeah, that's another narrative. There's
the letter after Q.
Right. You mean radius?
I was going to say, isn't that part of the fake equation? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like an onion. You know, you keep peeling the Q onion. You never know what you're going to find. But yeah, JFK Jr. was supposed to be Q. And where that comes from is whoever put this together it's so simple. You'd think nobody would fall for it, but it's genius at the same time because they had some knowledge of certain things, or maybe it's just, this is just all by mistake. I don't freaking know. I'm really racking my brain about it, but the JFK Jr. narrative came way before QAnon because it set up, you know, the whole JFK Jr. conspiracy was that George Bush had him killed, you know, or the Clintons were involved in the killing of JFK Jr. You know, and the reason they did it was because JFK Jr. wanted to find out who killed his father. And he started George magazine, right? And George magazine was a direct, jab at George Bush is what they're trying to say. That's what it was, you know, and they got hip to it because he didn't want, JFK Jr. wasn't playing any games and he wanted to find out who killed his father. And according to these theories, he knew it was George Bush, right? And that's why he did it. And then they had him killed as a result, you know, but in reality, he just went underground is what they're saying. He wasn't killed. He just went underground to launch, an underground battle against the deep state. And all of a sudden the deep state, right, which wasn't even mentioned before, right? The Illuminati or the elites, whatever you want to call them, they weren't even mentioned before, but now it's a permanent fixture in mainstream media. They talk about the deep state like they talk about steak on your table. The deep state, the deep state, the deep state, right? So JFK Jr. went underground and created an alliance that was going to battle the deep state underground without any of us knowing, because we can't know, because we can't handle the truth. We need to trust the plan. So we just sit down and they feed us little bits of information here and there so we can know something is going on, but not exactly have the full picture because we're not ready for it. And what they did was they installed Donald Trump to be the face of the alliance. And if I ever had any faith in the alliance, once they installed Donald Trump, I was like, okay, I'm out, guys. Bye-bye. Not for me. But this is what we're involved with now, unfortunately. And go look around to anyone. And the majority of people who have QAnon accounts on the internet or on YouTube, go see how many subscribers they have. Go see how many subscribers they had on Twitter before the mass ban. It's insane. 200, 300, 400,000. We're in huge trouble. Like the biggest trouble I've seen in my lifetime. Not only with Donald Trump and QAnon, there's way more things going on, but we're in some deep, deep crap. I don't know how to get out of it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't either. I've been trying to stay positive. Shout out Daz. And just, it just, in my little town, unfortunately, things are kind of overboard with the face diapers. And, it's just seeing that here at the level I see it still just really is like, really, people, come on. I mean, I don't know, nobody's been ill here. Nobody's whatever. It's just, I don't know. And you can't even look in the grocery store without at least a third of the shelves still being empty. September going into October, winter's coming. Anyway, it doesn't look good.
I'm with you both, absolutely. I think it's important to understand who the enemy is, and at this point, it's still a little bit sketchy, but.
Well, I think they're turning us on ourselves. If somebody has something to say, please.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Please disagree with me. And I want to learn. I want to know, and I respect everybody's opinion here. I could be very wrong, but and Josh will tell you guys, and Walt for that matter. I've been saying, like, way before all of this, it's division. What they're trying to do is divide us. They're trying to divide us. They're not trying anymore. It's done. We're divided. Not only are we divided as a country, but we're divided as a movement, meaning the quote unquote truth movement has completely been chopped up like a pizza. All right. And this was done by design, man. They got us running around like chickens without a head.
They've got us divided amongst ourselves.
Right.
Personally, as a being amongst ourselves, with all the crap they've plugged into us with TV, radio, all the shit growing up, the Prussian school system, the rabbit holes that just keep being fed out to us to go wandering down. Yeah, it's. Yeah,
well, you nailed it on the head, though. Throw away your TV. Stop watching the media. Stop listening to this shit. I know you think it's necessary, but it isn't. You've got to be the change. You've got to move on. You've got to create what you want to live in, and stop listening to this shit. And it's easier said than done, and I totally understand that, but
they're distracting us from what's important in life, and they're doing a good job on it, because what we really should be talking about right now is what's important in life. And I know what's important in my life right now is Flattoberfest is coming up. And
there you go.
Being selfish, yeah. In the background, I was showing Karen. I want Karen to go over Flattoberfest. For those, the little group that know us well, Zach and I are doing an How the World Works exhibit, and we're showing different things. Now, one of the things that I've realized here is Mirroscopes, which you guys know that I work with Mirroscopes. A Mirroscope is a natural hologram emitter, and I had my first Mirroscope over 20 years ago, and I've gone through a ton of them. I'm bad because I really use my Mirroscope. I put fluids in it. I use different lights. I try heat. I ruined one by the blonde moment of they are made out of plastic, of putting a flame in a Mirroscope. And yeah, that worked really, really well. I just went to reorder more of them on Amazon and the rest of the web. And it seems that they no longer make anything bigger than 6-inch ones. All of my 9 and 12-inch ones are gone. They don't know when they'll be in stock again, ever again. And I find it remarkable that this product that I've been ordering for, again, over 20 years and has always been available, never.
No coincidence.
I was
never there. It's not there.
There you go. Anyone who has the entrepreneurial mind and can get on and make Mirroscopes, do it now.
No. 3D I have a fantasy. Right? I have a fantasy actually in the 3D print. I'm saying that the universe is telling me to quit doing this, because one of the things I want to do with my experiments on the Mirroscope, and this is very, very important. I need a crystalline or a natural material instead of plastic for the dish, aluminum, silver. I mean, iridium or rhodium plating, not iridium, but a rhodium plating of a silver would be ideal to give it. But even, again, an aluminum or something that's actually metallic as opposed to plastic, because the things that we're seeing collineating with the plastic, even though it's doing a good job with the optical, as you know, we were testing temperatures, like putting an ice cube in a miroscope and the hologram was turning out colder. If my theory is correct, and I try it in something that would columnize it, it would augment what we're seeing so much more. It would make the temperature really jump. I want to test some of my theories. And so I was looking at mirrored parabolic dishes, and I found some, but I'd love somebody that knows a little bit more, maybe has a machine shop, because my problem is like they have a 12-inch and a 16-inch dish and different dishes out there that are made out of aluminum and that are mirrored. And they have
in chat says he's a jeweler by trade.
Okay. Oh, I would love this. I'd love to have like about a 9 to a 12, a 9-inch or bigger dish out of something with a light plating. But the parabolic dishes that they show in aluminum, they only have a 3/4 inch hole in the center. And I need more of a 3-inch size hole. And I didn't know if I ordered these parabolic dishes, if I'd be able to make the holes bigger or do things. But I'd actually love to find a way to have a miroscope that's out of metal. And if it's a jeweler, if it's smaller like that or aluminum, again, even a 6-inch or a 7-inch dish that is out of a metal, a thin metal or a stamp or a CD or has a rhodium plating. He knows what your jeweler knows what I'm doing. A rhodium plating would be, I'm also from the jewelry industry, gemologist as opposed to goldsmith, but I sat on the bench more than once.
Well, it's been way too long ago for me to remember names, but when I met up with the first flat fest or the flat meetup that I went to in Oregon, where I met D Marble and was Paul there? Paul the plane wasn't at that one. Anyway, at that one we met up with a couple of different people who were technical metal work type people offering their services up to whoever to figure out things, and that's been like way back now. I actually may have a phone number listed. I don't know. Let me see what I can find. Let me dig around.
Yeah, people, you can email me at aisling717@gmail.com or find me on Skype as aisling717-CO. Stood for Colorado. I'm not in Colorado anymore, but you can find me under Skype on those. Anybody interested or that has any skills, and again, helping me make a miroscope that's test-worthy, I would really, really, really appreciate it. But we will have small miroscopes there, and in place of that, I did find and was showing Karen, I have a CRT monitor on the way, and a CRT monitor and magnets. The CRT old-fashioned monitors did something special. You could see the magnetic patterns, and so I was showing Karen, and it's something that I'm excited to share with other people at Oktoberfest. But before I keep on going on, rambling on and on, I'm going to put Karen on and talk about it. This is her event, and we are so grateful, proud, and in love with her for doing this, because I think there's nothing that we need more in the community right now than to come together, refresh, and get some focused on the right things.
The only Flat Earth Festival that's happening in 2020. Karen, take it away.
Well, thank you. Yeah. Flattoberfest is happening October 24th, 2020 in Greenville, South Carolina. And there's a website you can go to, which is flattoberfest.com for
the
details.
Show description.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for putting that in the show description. And you can get tickets there. And I've also added, you can't really see me. I put on my camera, but I'm stark. You can't see me. But I also added, if people want to bring their children, there's an option for a child ticket, but it's donation based. No, I'm just kidding. But it's donation based, so you can, put in whatever amount you want to put in, $1 or whatever, just so that your child is accounted for as far as like the amount of people who are going to be there, because the place does, have restrictions on amount of people who can be there because of COVID. So I did a certain amount of tickets there, and it's no charge for, as long as you pay for yourself. So if you buy your adult ticket, you can bring your child for free. So that is there, and there's a kitchen there inside the event. It's a huge ballroom. There's a stage, a kitchen, a bar, a huge parking lot. So there'll be food available the whole time. There's going to be drinks available. Dr. Law is going to be there also making stir fry. He's like super excited about making stir fry for Flattoberfest, and he's also bringing his adjustment table so he can do back adjustments at Flattoberfest. And Bob's going to do a presentation. Jason Lindgren's going to do a presentation. Jason is very excited about his presentation. He says he wants to include video and sounds. And I was talking with Nathan, and we're going to get this video wall so we can have, cool graphics and cool sound, because Nathan does commercial sound and video. So we're going to have a kick-ass sound system. One Big Love's going to come play some music again. Who else? Austin Whitsitt will be there. That's right, Bob. Austin Whitsitt's going to be there. Actually, there's going to be a whole bunch of people there in the crowd who are, content creators or known people in Flat Earth, but who aren't doing a presentation, who are just going to be there to hang out with everybody. So when you go, it's not just going to be those presenters that you're going to see there. There's going to be a bunch of people there. Nathan Thompson's going to be there. Richard Lopez is going to be there, who does a lot of Flat Earth, Mud Flood, Tartaria stuff. Who else? Rose 777 is coming, obviously, because Jason's coming with her. So Rose will be there as well.
Karen, I heard
James True.
No, James True, fantastic.
James True is going to be doing a presentation at Flattoberfest.
Friend of the realm. I heard Freeman Fly is going to be there as well. Have you met Freeman Fly? Do you know anything about him?
I haven't met him face to face yet, but yes, Freeman Fly is going to be there. He actually lives in Greenville, so he's about 10 minutes from the venue. So he's super excited. He's going to be there. He's got friends who are driving up and staying with him who are going to be going to the event. So he's going to be coming with them. So he'll be there, hanging out, part of the crowd to talk with everybody. And actually myself, Jason Lindgren, James True, recorded a podcast or whatever Freeman does for his website. We did recorded a 2-hour show earlier in the week with Freeman Fly. Freeman Fly should be releasing that tomorrow, Saturday, on his website. So he does just like Crow, where he's got the first hour free and then the second hour is for his paid members. So we did that. So he's very excited about about meeting everybody and hanging out with everybody. Freeman Fly is going to be there, and he's going to be there with bells on, so that'll be fun.
Has Freeman said either way, whether he's on the flat side or the slightly spherical side?
Well, he says he doesn't really he doesn't really have a really no, he doesn't say he's a flat earther. We don't say that, but he is very interested in it, and he's got flat earther friends who are coming and bringing him there. So, but I think he sees it.
With Freeman, I mean, I've been following Freeman for over a decade at least, and when Flat Earth first came out, 2015, 16, whatever, he was like, interesting, and then 2017, 18 sort of came around, and I was listening to him, and he was like, galaxies and billions of miles away, and planets and all of this. Yeah, absolutely. And I was like, mate, come on, you're doing a Molyneux, it's just, yeah. I would be interested. I'm interested that he's even turning up, so that's good.
Yeah. He's into it.
Step in the right direction. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like Corbett, it's the same with James Corbett. but he needs to get rid of that bloody sphere in the background. His Globe Earth logo. You know, some people have made their whole logos around Globe Earths, and now they're sort of going, oh, damn it! And do they double down, or do they go, yeah, okay, that was my mistake, as we all fell for. I'll change it for something else. Who knows? We'll see.
I don't know, but yeah. So it'll be fun. There's going to be
Mark
some other
Sargent.
people there. Mark Sargent, yes. Can't forget Mark Sargent. Charming and dashing Mr. Mark Sargent will be there. Yeah.
And Mike Williams will be there. Say Jaquay.
Yes, that's the new one. Mike Williams. I haven't even put him on the website yet, so that's going to be something I have to do tomorrow. I got to add Mike Williams to the speaker list. So
People
that
in the
I'm
audience
super.
were the very, very, very first to know. It was breaking news.
Dave Weiss.
That's right.
Dave Weiss will be there.
Even the small fish.
Yeah, David will be there, not as a speaker, but he's going to be there, hanging out. I told him he's going to serve drinks at the bar.
Or hot chili. Yeah, I'd love to be there, but I can't go to America at the moment, unfortunately.
I know, it sucks, man.
Hmm.
There's a lot of people from over there that I wish could come over here.
I can't go to almost anywhere in the world at the moment without giving away my retina or my bum scan or some other rubbish. I don't know, but travelling seems to be off the cards at the moment.
Yeah.
So it sounds like a fantastic event, man. Everybody's going to be there, man. I feel like sneaking out down there. I don't know how I would do it. I think I'm going to be on the West Coast at that time. I'd love to go sit in the audience and take a look, man. That sounds dope. Nobody else would be willing to join me, would you? You two beautiful young men, Mr. Walt and Mr. Corey.
Dude, I want to be there so bad. I'm not going to fly because there's too much craziness right now with it.
Yeah.
And I'm not, I'm just not going to play the games. I've seen too many things.
Gotcha.
Other venues to get there are limited, but
You lot have got no excuse. I've got to cross the Atlantic to get there. You guys have got no excuse. You just need 4 wheels.
Is it like 10 or 11 hours, or how many hours, Walt? About 11 from there, or how many hour drive?
Walt muted.
I really have no clue.
Probably at least 10 or 12 from St. Louis. Easy. It's 10 to Walt. So I can imagine it's probably just a little bit longer going north like that.
It's like Sean's from Australia, and Rob's 6 hours away from. I know Australians, and 6 hours is a trip to the local corner shop for picking up some milk or whatever. So you guys got no excuse.
Well, if that one guy would hurry up with his boring ass company, what's his name? Elon Musk. Building those high-speed rails.
It would take us seconds. Boom.
Yeah.
You'd be there in 2 seconds. Hop on that. What is it? The Hyperloop.
Mm-hmm.
It's a wrap.
Oh, that's supposed to be under Las Vegas.
Is that where they decided? Because last I heard, they were still building the testing grounds to see if they could make it work, to see if they were then going to build the rail to then see if they could get the actual hyperlink connected and running.
Right.
I want to say I just looked at an article that said that they were almost done building it under Las Vegas.
That could very well be. It's probably been a year, 18 months since I read that story about, because I think St. Louis was in the running at some point too.
And I was saying, how are they almost done building this? When were they building this? Were the tunnels already there?
Ding, ding, ding. That's it. Makes you wonder what the hell he's doing with his boring company.
That's hilarious. I've been told to start swimming by Martin Leaker.
Martin's another one I really, really wish would be there, and he's one of the ones that makes me sad about what's going on, just because I want to meet and see these people in person, and Martin is one of those I'd really love to meet and sit down with and share ideas.
Oi, oi,
Yeah.
Martin.
I see you, Kimmy.
Oh, that's right.
I have my camera. You see, now you know what happens. Cammy walks around while she talks.
We see the,
He's a pacer.
The secret's out.
My secret is out. I was going to like work on sitting still, but yeah, my secret is out.
Just see, we'll see Zach walking past in a minute.
It's just gonna be a parade of Nodells.
Right, there goes Bob. Bobo going by.
Anyone
Look at
would
us, we're
think.
going down the stairs. We're going down an elevator. We're going down an escalator.
Anyone would think you're living in Waco. I don't know. Run away from that place. Could be firebombed at any minute.
So I do know there's going to be a couple other faces out there. I've been sworn to secrecy that I could never reveal who it is, at least until after the fact. But
Well, then everybody's gonna know.
at least 2 separate people have sworn me to secrecy that they're going to try to get down there. Up there.
Curious Life told me he was gonna be there. Y'all
He
remember
told me
Curious Life?
Oh, yeah.
Kirk, yes. And that I can't wait for. Curious Life early on, I think in 2015, he came camping in Colorado, and we joined them on their camping trip. We crashed it. It was great. They found a beautiful resort up in the mountains, and we were like, oh, 40 minutes away. We're coming up. Do you mind? But we crashed their party and sat and talked and discussed ideas. It was the best. And we went on top of Mount Everest and took balloon footage, and they did a balloon trip too. You can find a really good video on my channel called Curiosities in Colorado, just a short clip of little highlights of their trip. And so I cannot wait to see he and Miss Curious, his lovely other in person. I cannot wait to see them again. Really, really special, wonderful people. Some of my favorites, some of my very favorites.
I'm excited. Again,
I
Elon
can't
Musk can
wait.
get off his ass. I'd be there in just a matter of moments. That being said, it's be little more than drive there, pop in, wave at everybody real quick, grab a bite to eat, grab a drink. Better grab another bite to eat because I gotta hop back in the car and hit the road again. 'Cause I got work in the morning. So
That sounds like my situation if I end up going down there. That's exactly what I would do. Hey, listen,
Now-
let me take
if
off
you
for a
can
bit,
deal
guys.
with it, if you can deal with the flight at all, the airport in Greenville is the cutest airport I've ever seen in my life. I think it has 8 gates.
Actually,
And,
I think the Greenville airport is closed. Is it not closed right now?
Is it? I didn't know that.
I think
Google
actually,
it.
you know how I know that? Freeman Fly told me that because Freeman Fly lives so close to the Greenville airport and the venue, like in that area, like he's literally right there. That he told me that normally there's a flight path to the airport where he lives, that he's under it, and he hasn't seen any planes for a while. So I don't even know. You could try
Interesting.
Greenville Airport. It's GSP, but everybody's that I've talked to, like Mark Sargent, when he was booking his flight, he ended up going to Charlotte, I think. Did he go to Charlotte, or did he buy one to Greenville? I have to check again, but I don't know. But well, you could. I guess you'll just have to check. The airport code for Greenville Airport is GSP, and then the airport code for Charlotte is CLT.
Right. Do not go to Greensboro. The first time I bought tickets out here, she told me she was between the 2 airports, Charlotte and Greenville or whatever. I picked up Greensboro, and of course, I had to reroute myself. But I made the mistake for everybody, and actually, I fixed it right away. Nice thing about miles, you can just now, I guess for everybody, you can just go online and change the ticket. So I think at least one good thing came out of it when traveling, but probably not enough to make up for all the other inconveniences they've thrown at us. And they do keep on passing more and more airport rules every day. So yeah, if you can avoid it, do it. But sometimes it's we're like sucking it up just to enjoy the benefits of being around a lot of other like-minded people and having a little bit of camaraderie. And I can't wait. I am so excited for this event.
All right, guys, I'm gonna bail. Thank you for having me.
Lily, it's nice to meet you. This is the first time I've been on air with you. It's so nice to meet you. Thank you for coming on.
It's a pleasure.
We need to get you in
meet
here for an extended stay, my friend. We miss having you around for sure. And we need to get in touch with you off there as well.
Yeah, man, we're gonna do all that, man. It's only a matter of time. And my apologies for not being as involved as I should be.
Life on your end of the continent's gotten a little hectic, brother. So you can be forgiven for anything right now. Trust me.
I'm barely involved here, so it's fine.
What happened, buddy? I didn't hear.
I'm barely involved here, so it's
You take it easy, Billy. Thanks for joining us, bud.
Hey, I appreciate all of you, and thank you for having me. It was a pleasure to speak to the new people that I haven't spoken to before. So thank you for having me on your show.
Remind everybody where they can find you.
They can find me wherever,
Right on. Wherever's clever. Just Google The Infinite Fringe and Billy Ray Valentine.
Yeah.
Maybe throw in Hacker Hamid. Maybe throw in Truth Frequency Radio. Maybe throw in Podbean.
Tell Ben we said what's up, man.
Absolutely.
No doubt, man. It's been way too long since we've hung out with that nut.
I'll tell him. He crashed one of my wrestling shows last week. Completely took it over. So I got 2 hours of just sitting and doing absolutely nothing. It was beautiful because he just took over the entire show. You know how he tends to do. But yeah, man, you guys are beautiful. Thank you for having me on, and I will be in touch. And hopefully, I'll get to go down to Oktoberfest, a Flattoberfest, ladies.
Yes.
I really do want to go down there. I've never met James True, so I'd like to meet him in person.
Big time.
That'd be dope.
James is a cool dude.
I speak to James from time to time, but I've never met him in person, so I'd like to. Lingram, I haven't seen Lingram since Shoot the Moon, and before COVID, we were gonna do another event, and then COVID threw a big wrench into all that. So I don't know how I'll be able to do that in New York, I'm assuming at some point, but right now, it doesn't look like a thing. So it'd be nice to go down and see Lingram for a sec, and everybody else who's there, I'd like to stop in and say hello. That'd be dope. Don't know how realistic it is, but I want to will it into existence and bring my way down there. But anyway, guys, thank you very much. I appreciate all of you. Thank you for having me.
Love you.
Love you, Billy Ray.
Love you too, guys.
Have a great rest of your weekend. Oh, it's a good guy. It's been way too long. I need to go crash his show one Sunday.
Yep, for sure.
Liz, the Iron Maiden there in chat, reminded us that he does have a show on Truth Frequency Radio on Sunday evenings. I think it's like 7 Central, maybe 6 Central.
I just posted a link for it.
I think it went from 7 to 6. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm working on it, John.
John in chat and everything.
Yeah, right.
I'm surprised you hadn't bailed out and then are doing it.
You say the word.
Oh, he's got the link in there. Go, John.
Also, just so everybody knows, I get a lot of questions about people asking me how many tickets have sold to Flattoberfest, because I think people are worried about if it's going to get canceled. And I can tell you now that enough tickets have sold that it's definitely going to happen. Like something bad would have to happen for it to be canceled at this point.
You say that, Karen, and I did hear it was probably a month ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, someone saying, yeah, at least 20% of the tickets have been sold, and I was like, huh. So yeah.
Oh, we're up to 33% now.
Yeah, it's up to 33%.
Ah,
now.
I thought it was 66, at least.
No, it's up to 33% now.
91.1.
So over 100 people. There's over 100 tickets sold.
I'll tell you what, I'd be more inclined to come if there were less people, because I know the people that are going, and I don't.
Forget about the rest. Forget about them.
It's a rowdy crowd, I know.
Well, it was like Amsterdam, wasn't it? It was like a sort of.
Amsterdam was a little rowdy.
But it was exclusive as well. You know, there were so many names there. But
yeah,
and
it was awesome. Amsterdam was so much fun. That was it. That was about a year ago, right now.
Right
we
now.
were there at the end of September, so that was a year ago this week that all happened.
Who could have possibly thought where we'd be a year in advance? Us crazy conspiracy theorists.
Yeah, that seems like years ago.
Nutty fuckers.
That's crazy. It really is. Really, really is.
Hurts a little. Don't know how I feel about that.
I missed Amsterdam. I really wanted to go, but that was part of our taking a leap of faith and buckling down and getting the other house ready to sell and moving across. And so it was worth the miss, but I really, really wish I could have been there. That was like one of the saddest sacrifices for it. But again, all in all, I'm so happy and I'm so like pleased the way that this little leap turned out. So I won't complain.
And plus now we're gonna have Flattoberfest 2020 and it's gonna be awesome.
And it's gonna be awesome. And now instead of like that little building you saw used to take me 45 minutes to an hour to get to every day and to come home from, and now instead I can like drive a half hour and be over at Karen Land. So
that's right.
How much better is that? I like it because somebody on my Facebook was making, Karen and I are in different states. And I had somebody who was like, I'm so confused. I thought you lived by her. And it's like, yeah, I'm on one side of the border. She's on the other. But it's so much fun. It's
33 miles apart.
You
33
can't make
miles.
this up.
I shit you not.
Door to door, exactly right on the money. You can't make this stuff up. We looked at that and we're rolling. But most of it is highway. Most of it is highway, high speed, and it takes like about a half hour to get doorstep to doorstep. It's really nice. Yeah, we shut down the chat room. But it's real.
Amsterdam. Anyway, on that note, I better do a runner because it's 0055 UTC and that's quite late for me.
Well,
Sounds
you
like
well, and you enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Yes, you do that, Savage.
Indeed, sir. Thank you for being here, John.
Buy one and get one free. Keep up the good work.
That's right. Give him a noogie and tell him to keep it up.
For anyone who doesn't know, my two kids are called Buy One and Get One Free. No worries, guys. You take it easy. Have a good week, and yeah, it's been. It's just like a catch up at the pub, you know. I quite like that.
I almost went and grabbed a drink before the show started, and called the show "Playing It by Beer."
Yeah, this is making it for our technical show that we had last week. We went over technical last week, and now we didn't go technical at all.
Nope, not.
Just shake it up so you don't know what you're gonna get.
You never know. We keep you guessing.
Shake it up, shake it up, shake it up.
I'm getting ready to play and go more technical as we unload the boxes. It gets more and more exciting for me. So exciting times coming. Glad you guys are here to share it with me.
Glad you're sharing it with us.
Thank you for sharing it. Thank you. Yep. Well, we're pushing up on what? 3 almost hours.
Rolling on 3 hours here real quick.
Rather than make a 4-hour show, I guess we should stop at 3.
Guess we should.
Wonderful jumping off place.
Oh, by the way, Karen, I love your picture. I meant to tell you that a while ago when you popped off and there it popped off.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Almost better than the Kevin Klein one I saw.
Yeah, that's just whatever was on Bob and Cammie's laptop here.
Oh, well, it's beautiful. I love it.
I don't know if y'all noticed.
Goes with our theme of masks earlier, so yeah, creepy masks.
It made more sense than having the double Cammie logo with Karen on one and me on the other. So yeah, it was a great.
We
Worked
need
out
to have
quick.
flatten the curve, and then the Earth is flat.
It's all an illusion. The earth is flat.
Thank you, everybody in chat. It was great. I was trying to keep up. I did. Thank you, John. I stayed out. I didn't go typing because I knew I'd get lost. I tried to stay present here, but I got in there a few times to drop some links. We're going to work out the spanner situation. I don't know if we're going to have a lottery or what we're going to do, but we have got to work it out so that there's less requirements for us to have to share links and things like that, because it all stemmed from a bunch of just probably algorithmic crap anyway. So we really probably can just go back. We'll see.
Not for nothing. I know there's at least a few of them out there that have earned a wrench.
A couple of 3 or 5 or 20.
I think that the ladies, your Iron Ladies, what is your group in the morning? They for sure. Liz and Diva, the Scouts. The Scouts. I think the Scouts as mods would be the best.
We're going to throw them out there again. We have to, just for that reason. I mean, it was ridiculous, but what we had to go through to get the link from Baldini and things like that. So yeah, we're gonna fix it. I'll probably just throw it across the whole board. Everybody go crazy. We spam a lot the whole show. No, I know you guys won't do that. You never did. So, but yeah, we definitely have to work it out and make it a little less maintenance for the chat for us and more fun for you guys to be able to give things to us. Thank you for sharing, Baldini, by the way. And that picture, I guess we could have shown it earlier, or the link, but we're heading out. It'll be around. It's on the picture for our show from like a week and a half ago, I think. The Wild show over there on Ironworks, TFR. We do a show on Tuesday and Tuesday and Friday morning, Thursday night. I don't know when the hell it is anymore. One of those days of the week.
This morning, I double checked.
That was it. We did that this morning. I've slept though, because I'm really screwed up this week. It feels like Saturday at this point to me.
Show number 295.
Wow.
We are 5 shows away from the 300 mark.
Well, we have to do something special for Big 300. Or should we wait for the 333rd show and do something special?
No, because it's going to fall, ironically enough, right around our 3-year mark. So we will be, we may even hit our 3-year mark before we hit 300. Better double check to find out when that first episode was. I do remember it was right around Halloween.
Yeah, something like that. Rob knows. He was here. He was there. And he was here.
He was here. He was there, but he won't know. We'll have to remind him he was there. All right. Well, my dogs are getting excited. I got houses to go.
Thank you all. Love you all. Missed you all.
Love y'all.
Yep, love you. That'll do it. I know I've got some music around here somewhere. We missed it.
Here's a message of importance to millions of
this
people
morning,
who are
so we'll
continually pale and washed out, weak and
go out with it again this evening. That's it. Love you guys. We will see you right back here next week for another episode of What the Fuck Did I Just Listen To? Right here on the Iron Realm Media YouTube channel. Toodles. Love you guys. Be good. Be well. Bye-bye.
To keep you physically fit.
Good night, everyone.
Love you, ladies. Thank you, Karen.
Love you guys. Thanks for having me on. Good night. Flattoberfest.
Yes, link is in the description. Go, go, go. I gotta do something. I guess I'm gonna be calling Jason.
Lack the daily iron your body requires. In a form your body can easily use and put to work. Every dose gives you more than your daily minimum iron requirement.
I'm Neil deGrasse Tyson, bitch.
So if you're not getting the iron your body needs, You feel weak, run down, and are easily upset.
DJ Josh.
Start taking 6.
I love that you're using the jingle palette.
Love you guys. I'm going to go play with Karen, okay?
All right, y'all have fun.
All right. Bye. I bet you
Love you
should be.
guys.
Love you too. Miss you guys. Bye-bye.
Doodles.
That was a fun one.
That was a fun one. All right, well, I guess I got to go figure out where we're going tomorrow. Plan a route. Get
Oh.
that organized. Oh, it's house hunting day.
Oh, is that okay? I was gonna say I didn't know for sure what you were referring to. I figured that was it, but I wasn't gonna assume.
One did just pop up a couple hours ago. Looks pretty cool. I'm sure we'll get out to see tomorrow. If it's actually showing.
Oh, while I've got my jingle thing up, I loaded what I thought was the Santos clip, but apparently it's not what I thought it was. And I don't see the for you or the not for me in the list. Are they somewhere else? Or are they just named something and I can't see it? They might be like the numbered things, you know, like I don't see what they are called. That might be it too. I just haven't found it yet.
It should say Santos clip.
It's this when I did Santos clip. Oh yeah, shit. I'm not sharing anymore, am I? It's the one where he goes, proven beyond any doubt, okay, that thing, but it's long. It's not the short one that just says, not for me, okay?
Proven beyond any doubt
Yeah, that's
that
the
there's
one I
never
have.
been a Jesus and there's never been a globe.
For you.
And no, not for me. It's a fact.
Okay.
It has been
I just don't
proven.
have the one.
Proven. No,
of the-
not
you.
for me. Jesus the
single.
historical is a satanic lie. Not for me, okay?
So, Santos, do you think there are people out
Oh,
there
were
that would
you
say
just
that it is a proven fact
doing
that
it
he
like
did
that?
exist? Do you think the opposite stance exists?
Hey, listen, whoever that dumb fuck is who said for you, I want him off this panel or I'm off. Understand?
How do I not have
I
dumb
think
fuck?
it's probably
as a-
best you leave then.
I was about to say, I think it sounds like.
I didn't want to answer
See you later,
Yes.
My
Santos.
goodness.
That's too bad.
Yeah, because on SoundPlant, you can take each clip and then separately sort of trim front and back and isolate sounds.
Oh, so you do just have that one and you've done
So
tricks.
like,
I
yeah.
got you. Well,
And
then
then-
I'll break it down. That's fine. I can
Like
do
I
it
had
with
Zach
my audio
do-
guy, audio, whatever thing.
Oh
Galaxy.
shit.
Oh
It's
shit.
over 20. It's over 20. Oh
I
shit.
have, wait, I think I put that. Don't I have that? Hang on.
You should have that one.
Where's my
420.
Oh, and I found that Walter thing you put in there for me. I forgot about. I never did pick all
Which
those
one
up.
was that?
You didn't find that, or did I find that? I don't know. It just kept saying my name about some stupid shit. I can't remember even know what it was. Hang on, I'm trying to find the share screen again. I had it turned off.
Not for me, okay?
So Santos, do you think there are people out there that would say it is a proven fact that he did exist? Do you think the opposite stance exists?
Hey, listen, whoever that dumb
Hey,
fuck
listen.
is who said for you,
I didn't put it in the soundboard. I have the link. I just don't have it in here. Oh, I got that. What is this?
Oh, that's what I want right there.
dumb fuck.
Right? That's what's up.
Hit that a couple times for me.
Hey, that is brilliant.
Dumb
Fuck.
Oh, that's great. Oh, man. Fucking
Who does that sound like?
Dumb fuck.
Savage. It sounds like Savage.
It sounded a little bit like Savage.
Little savage.
Does it? Fuck. Sounds like Rob. He's Australian, for fuck's sake.
Fuck. Proven beyond any doubt
That's hilarious.
that there's never been a Jesus and there's never been a globe.
For you.
Fuck.
Bitch.
You gotta throw a Stephen Hawking. You gotta get a quick Stephen Hawking in there. Just go, frick. Something that sounds like fuck.
That's funny.
No. Nah.
I'll take it.
Right.
Oh, fuck.
You have nowhere else to vent your torment like a man. You know that they lied to you.
Dumb fuck.
Bitch.
Go play with Karen, okay?
Yes, science.
All right, y'all have fun.
I want to go play with Karen, okay?
All right, you guys.
Okay, you go play with Karen.
Did you do that one? That I'm gonna go play with Karen? Did you record that?
That's in the
Or was that
last...
Cammy again? I thought she already said that.
She blew Adam off, and she's gonna go and play with Karen.
Because she took both knees and blew Adam off.
Right. Adios.
See you guys later. I'll be around.